Hello, everybody. Donato here, and welcome to the Arcane Gate. Say hello, everybody.
Hello.
Yo.
Hi.
Hello.
All right. No camera today, just creepy baby Sonic. And without further ado, I'll leave it to Charles to begin our story.
I really wish you would have turned it off to Sonic.
Too late.
It's going to be haunting me staring at that the entire game. There's one guy that's a werewolf, and the thing I'm scared about is the were-hedgehog. But in all seriousness, welcome guys. So, the story so far, our party has traveled across the Emerald Expanse, making their way further and further north, continuing on this journey and trying to find more and more about this mysterious journal that they were given to. And now, at the point they're in the town of Lucaville, where they ended up doing a few small jobs for the town guard after winning their favor by turning in some local bandits. Now, after encountering this seemingly cult-like shrine to a deity that's forbidden worship in the area, they now find themselves back at the inn, waking up after a long night's rest of just being completely exhausted from the last encounter. So, you guys all wake up, exhausted, but breakfast is greeting you, so there's one good thing in the morning.
Ah, breakfast.
I'll head down and try to. Actually, I would try to talk to the twins about something that I'm curious about.
Okay.
Okay.
Okie
Maddie, when you brought me back from the break there, I heard a voice speak to me. Did you happen to hear it as well?
Did I, great DM?
Do what?
Did I hear a voice as well?
No, you did not.
No. Why?
Just me then, huh?
Well, you were
well-
on the other side, so you probably
I'm
experienced a
pretty
lot
sure-
more than we ever would.
I'm pretty sure it was something to do with that symbol. It seemed
The
to.
altar was trying to eat you. So it probably had, yeah.
It was trying to eat me. Didn't see that part, but all right.
Yep.
So, I think the entity that the altar represents was trying to speak to me before taking me.
What did it say?
It was more of a beckoning. I mean, I was on the brink, so it might have had to do with it seeing me as a sacrifice. Luckily, you snatched me back in time, and I do thank you for that. I was just wondering if you had heard anything. Otherwise,
No.
otherwise it's just, it's a bit nightmarish, but never mind.
Yeah. I'm glad you didn't, go to the call.
Oh, well, considering that it's a deity that represents insects and things of that nature, I prefer to stay as far away from it as I could. I don't reckon I would enjoy it killing me.
No.
What if you did?
Well, I'm not into insects and spiders and that. I honestly, before yesterday, I didn't realize that spiders could get that big. The biggest one I've seen is the size of a house cat, and that was alarming.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Well,
I was even
I
thinking to myself, like, man, that'd be scary. Though, wait, no, wait, this is D&D.
no. Again, I gave measurements that in the world would probably be kind of normal.
Turns out Marcus isn't actually from this world at all. He's from our world.
He's this all-knowing being that we never understood.
Made fun of.
Yeah, we all gonna die.
But, well, if you didn't hear anything, then well, I'm alive, so hopefully I won't have to hear from that entity again.
Well, I burned the altar, so hopefully not. At least around here.
Well, being as it may, I would also very much like to sell or someone else hold on to this, and I hold out the staff. Like, I'm pretty sure that we came to the conclusion that we were possibly going to sell it, but if not, I do think that one of us would benefit from it more. I just don't want to hold on to it any longer, being the nature of event.
I don't want anything to do with that evil.
Well then, I do think that Cyrus, I think he wanted it, but if he didn't want it, we could just always sell it, offload it as soon as possible.
Yeah.
I'll be able to do
Oh,
that
that's
next
sad.
town.
Yeah.
Well, no, this is a farming community. I doubt that we could sell something of this nature.
Be worried if we could.
But Cyrus, were you wanting the scepter still?
Oh, yeah, I can hold on to it.
Actually, yeah. So once you come down, I'll actually walk over to you. It's like, well, here you are, as we talked about the other day.
Oh, thanks. I will keep good care of it. Hopefully nothing bad will happen to me. Oh.
Suddenly spiders start pouring out of your eyes.
Yeah, y'all have removed curse, right? I'm kidding.
Well,
Or is he?
while we're still in town, we should look into that squirrel endeavor. Hopefully, it's nothing as intense as what we went through yesterday.
Oh, the squirrels are actually much worse.
Really, now.
Uh-huh.
I've never actually seen a squirrel. Not a lot of them, anyway. One at a time, maybe.
You've seen an anthill, right?
Yes.
You know what happens whenever you poke the anthill and all the ants scurry?
Oh, I really hope that's not the case with squirrels, but
Yeah, that's pretty much it. But bigger, like
So
house cats.
so thousands of them.
Pretty much. That's just a normal pest problem around here.
Oh, Lord. Well then, the sooner we burn the place down, the better, I guess.
Just burn the entire place. Nothing survives.
I assume at this point all y'all are around a breakfast table eating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, staring down the Karens again.
Yeah. Yeah, there is an occasional onlooker, so at y'all as y'all sit down, but overall you're all brought a excuse me. You are all brought a plate of bacon and eggs and treated just as well as you would be any other customer.
Well, we are paying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, y'all have a lovely breakfast, and is there anything y'all would like to discuss, or y'all want to go straight into hunting down the squirrel job?
I honestly don't have anything in mind right now.
Neither do I.
My only suggestion is that once we got done with the squirrel job, that if depending on how long it took, we could look into this other carriage job. I mean, that's a week away potentially.
Mm-hmm.
It's a travel one that we have to go for, but it's also hopefully it's a direction we could head. We were heading that direction anyway.
Yeah.
It's just so on our way out of town, we could look up into the job. We still have to meet with the client.
At least claim our spot.
Well then, if we're full and ready for the day, how about we head off and see about these swarms of squirrels?
All right.
It's
So
just
you
like
check
hunting
the job
rabbits.
listing. You check the job listing, and you see the person requesting it is his name is Don. He apparently works at the Messengers Guild branch in town.
Oh,
Currently,
where's
the
that?
Messengers Guild is actually right across the road on Main Street.
Oh, a lot of stuff's on Main Street. Makes it very convenient.
It's one of the more core businesses. As most of y'all know, none of you have ever actually used a Messengers Guild, except Amarok. He knows how one works well enough because you've seen associates of yours use them before. You've just never had your own account. Yeah. So you, but at the least, you have seen branches of them literally all across the every country y'all have been to. Out of all the guilds, definitely one of the most far-reaching.
Well, never stepped foot in one of these buildings before, but something new.
All
Be
right.
careful of the floorboards. Squirrels like to live under floorboards.
Grand.
So do y'all head to the Messengers Guild?
Away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, you guys head to the Messengers Guild, and it's a pretty simple building. It's 2-story. It's long. It's painted white with some blue decals that said Messengers Guild on the outside of it. And as y'all go in, it's a fairly bustling place. There's people going around, like sorting through papers, filling out letters. There's a few stations and inkwells set up. There's some other tables with basically where you're able to assemble packages there. And there is a pretty long stretching desk that has a few attendants standing at it.
And what was the name on the job request again?
His name was Don.
Don.
Oh, I guess I'd like to go up to one of them. Was like, we're looking for a Don.
Oh, Donald? Oh, yeah, just give me a second. As a guy kind of scurries off for a second with a few letters in his hands, and you see he actually drops some off into the boxes as he goes. Make a perception check, actually, Cyrus.
All right. Get my dice. Let's see. Plus 16 total.
16 total. You notice every letter he slips into a box shortly after disappears.
Huh. Okay.
And you do see actual engravings along most of the boxes.
Almost like they're being
You can't-
teleported.
Yep. And he kind of runs over, and you see a guy. Come from behind a counter. He's dressed fairly nice. You see he's kind of older gentleman, bit of a belly on him. It's got kind of gray streaked hair that's combed over to the side, and he's like, "Oh, hey, you asked for me?
Yes.
My name's Donald Stand."
Nice to meet you, Donald. We're here because we heard of your little squirrel problem, and we were wondering if we can be of some assistance to you.
Oh, great. Glad to know. My office is in the back. Would y'all mind meeting me there?
Not at all, unless it's not okay with any of you. As I say to the party.
Sure enough, if we're to discuss business, should be in an office.
Okay, great.
Lead the way.
Right, he kind of lifts up the panel and ushers y'all behind, and you follow him through a short walk. He goes in the back. There's even more bustling and sorting going on back there. And he takes you to a room. It's a fairly sized office, but you see there's a desk with 2 chairs in front of him. He's like, I didn't expect so many people to come. I apologize. Ladies, feel free to take a seat. Fellas,
Well, we understand.
Right. Well, he sits down at his desk, and as all y'all just stand there, he's like, anyways, essentially it's been pretty crazy lately. I mean, we've had vermin problems here before, but nothing like this. It's strange, honestly. And he pulls out a map, and it looks like it's a rough map of the city, and sets it on the counter. It's like, here is all the houses that have been hit, and got a date next to each one of them as they've been hit. It's pretty crazy, and you see a good majority of the houses in Lucaville have apparently reported some kind of squirrel damage.
You said hit, as in they had the problem and they don't have the problem anymore?
Yeah, it's strange. It's like they'll come to a house and move on to the next one.
Interesting.
Have these houses begun messing supplies or something?
Oh, no, no, it's not like a burglar's doing it or anything. It's literally just in the attic.
I mean, more like, have they had their food eaten and things of that nature?
No, I mean, occasionally, yeah.
And where's a common occurrence of like damage per house? Like, is it all in the attics? All in the kitchen area? All over the house?
That's been varying from house to house. It's really just seems like they get in, they'll mess up everything they can get to until they're chased out.
My word, a whole house, multiple houses sieged by thousands of squirrels? That's absurd.
Yeah, no, I thought it was kind of a silly rumor that my house got hit by it, and I started looking more and more into it. It's weird.
Are they doing?
Sorry, Maddie, you cut out midway.
Are they? Or are they? Pattern?
Yeah, I can hear you talking in the distance, but on Discord you're cutting out.
She asking if there's some kind of pattern?
Yeah. Is there a pattern? Or is it random?
Okay, you came through good then. Maddie, make an intelligence check, investigation if you have it on the map.
Can I help her with that? If we're all looking at the map?
Hey.
Or is it just her?
Just her, since she's the one that asked about it.
That is a flat 6.
You are not able to really discern anything from the map.
I am confused. Like, she just stares at it, and then looks up at the rest of the body, and then stares back at it, and she goes, "Yeah, I got nothing."
Just pat you on the shoulder, like, good job, you tried.
if this is okay with the DM, she goes, "Hey, college boy, you're good with books. Do you know how to read a map?"
Well, I mean, it's reading a map, so it should be quite simple. Let me look at that.
Yeah. Well, we didn't go to school, so.
You know, I'm getting sort of the urge that this is more of a heist than just a simple pest problem.
Yeah, I will say you can make an investigation check if you like on it, Marcus.
Okay.
Fair point this out to you.
Okay. Uh, 23.
Yeah, you definitely notice you notice the dates behind him, and you look at it. You notice, like, on the 1st of this month, it was at this house. Then the 2nd of the month, they were at that one house over. And a few days later, it was at another house. All along the same street.
So, all along the same street, only a few days apart. And it's not like they've had mass damage for each of these houses. It's just like a varies.
Yeah, it varies.
Well, I think that the best course of action would be to check these houses in particular, and then it's like I'll actually pull out like a piece of chalk and circle around the houses I think that we should check out first.
Also, I believe we should possibly check out to see the houses that were already hit as well. At least the one like the day before. See what we were expecting.
That too, but if we're looking for a pattern, then it'd be best to check out the houses that have been hit a few days separately from one another, and then we'll move to the most recent house.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes, definitely. I agree with that.
Well, is this just a general request for the entire town, or do we report to you?
You report to me. It's most people are honestly pretty superstitious a lot around here. A lot of them think that we've angered some nature spirit that's taken it out on us. Or some say because of that spider incident going in the north end of town, all the squirrels are just trying to hide out in the area here. So, yeah, this is more a personal request of these squirrels messing my house. I'm kind of tired of them. I want them gone.
What was the most recent hit?
A few nights ago, he points at the most recent house. This one was hit.
Okay. Well, if it was the spiders, then they wouldn't show up again, because that's dealt with. But,
Oh, nice.
we should, if they do come by, it's a different matter. And we intend to figure it out.
Well, great. Yeah, I can offer you gold if you'd like. Other than that, I mean, I'm currently the branch head at this branch of the Messengers Guild. I could set you up for accounts here if that helps sweeten the pot some.
Sure. How far does your reach go? You go to other messengers as well?
Well, if it's connected to our guild, we can get you a message anywhere. If not, you could hire personal couriers of ours to take the letters to areas that don't have one of these.
Well, with that in mind, that would be we're traveling around. But we were going to be leaving out of town in a few days. Did you know of any traveling carriages that could be hired?
Well, there's a few. Where are you wanting to go?
DM, it was Stonehaven, which was the name of the town?
Let me check. You're close. The Stonehold.
Stonehold. We were looking to go to Stonehold in maybe a few days.
Hmm. Well, that's a problem in itself, actually. Last I heard, we don't have a branch to Messengers Guild out there, actually, and we really need to get on that. That's a pretty big center of commerce. I'll mention that to my higher ups, but no, we don't have a branch out there, so I haven't heard much of it, and I don't really keep up with too much of that. But if this is just a personal request for the job, I'll look into it.
Well, how quickly do you think you guys could get a branch over there? If you had our assistance, make it that direction.
I hate to say it'd be a few months, actually. We could set up a building and all, and that wouldn't be too long, but setting up a formal branch should take some months of enchantment, and before that, it'd even have to clear it with the higher-ups, get a wizard free, and all that mess.
Sadly, we only have like about a few weeks.
Yeah, that's not going to happen in that time, but it's a nice offer.
Well, then perhaps just the accounts. Getting the account set up would be handy. Since we're constantly traveling around, apparently.
Great. Here, walk me, actually. And he walks out of his office, and he gets y'all up back to the front counter toward all the cubby holes. And real quick, am I echoing to anybody?
Sound fine to me.
Were.
Okay, how about now?
Good.
A little bit.
You still
Okay,
sound
just making
fine.
sure. It was kind of going on and off, so that's what I was wondering. But alright, so he takes you back up to the front counter, and he's like, alright, he puts out a sheet of paper. Everyone give me your first, last, and middle name, and I will start working on an account for you.
It's just Cyrus.
That ain't going to help me any in case you have any mail already sent to you.
Oh no, I don't have any mail sent to me yet. But it is just Cyrus.
You got a dad?
A what?
Yeah, someone who birthed you, son, because we'll need some way to categorize you. There's maybe another Cyrus in the system.
I don't think it's the father that births. I might be wrong.
I'm going by the usual, taking the father's name, you know, that old tradition.
Oh, you mean by naming purposes. Yeah, I don't have one of those.
I will set you up as just Cyrus and see if anything comes through.
I appreciate it.
No problem. Let's see. Who would like to go next?
You
Well-
have the same trouble with me.
What's your name?
Amarok. Just
Okay,
Amarok.
no one else has that name. You're fine.
Alright. Simple.
I am nearly for certain no one else has that name in the system, sir. And as soon as he fills out the piece of paper, you see he actually kind of heats up a stamp and he sticks it onto a cubby hole. And as soon as he does, 2 letters actually appear in it.
Oh.
He's like,
So you-
what do you
I'm
know?
so popular.
You do got mail. Let's see. It's his eyes kind of go wide for a second as he stares at the letter. He looks at the other one. Son of a gun. All right, another gilder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. And he sets it to you, and you see both of the letters are actually from Rawl.
Oh god, I'm gonna get yelled at.
Yeah, so you can kind of see where he had that shocked look in his eye. He's like, oh, who is this guy?
Oh, you know, you're just your average giant walking around.
Yeah. Do you open the letters?
I'm gonna wait
Okay.
where I can turn red in private.
Alright. But yeah, you do add 2 letters with Rawl seal on them. You see one is directly addressed to you, the other one is simply says to the guild. And alright, who would like to go next?
I don't
Someone
mind.
with a last name, preferably.
Well, apparently it seems like last names are uncommon. For I think I'm one of the few of my compatriots here who has one. Marcus Law.
Thank you. And he carves it out in some ruins. He makes a stamp for it again, and he sticks it on one of another cubby hole. And a letter does come through.
Ooh.
Then shortly after, a second letter comes through as well.
All right.
And then a third. He's like,
Oh.
what do you know? He kind of waits for a second. He's like, no more, it seems. And he pulls them out and hands them to you.
Before Marcus looks at the letters, he crosses his fingers. No student loans, no student loans, no student loans.
This is your school's bookstore. Would you like to buy some official school merchandise? I still get emails from that.
Me as well.
Yeah. So so you flip through the letters. You see the first one is from Rebecca Locke.
Oh.
All
right.
You see one is simply has the word keg on it, and the final one you see is from your parents.
Well then, I mean, they did make a giant assumption, assuming that I had a mailing address, but I guess they figured at some point.
Yeah. Using the Messenger Guild is a pretty common thing that you guys have been avoiding for 2 towns now.
So, Marcus will open those later on, since they're family letters.
Alright. Finally, you two. What are y'all's names?
Oh, well, look at this. You may be surprised. I'm not even sure if they have a last name.
You see Donald's face just gets the hintest bit of red.
One sec.
Hold on.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure y'all have a last name, don't y'all?
Yeah.
Just a second, yeah. I just look at the guy and say, Luna and Maddie Mila.
You see the red instantly fade. Alright, let's see.
Oh, what? Oh, look at that. The majority of our group has last names. I guess you two are the only ones who stand out.
Because 2 of us is
There's
related.
a long story behind mine.
Alright, and...
Cyrus?
Should I make y'all's a joint mail account, or what?
Yes.
Alright. He fills it out real quick, and he's like, alright. And y'all looking at it, you actually notice that he kind of writes down your name, a brief description of each of y'all, and some other minor details about yourselves. And even actually, you see he's drawing a quick sketch of each of you as he makes this account.
He is talented.
That with everyone?
Yes, it is.
He just
Okay.
free-handed it?
Yep.
You just copy and paste the twins.
I mean,
You-
kind
you
of good.
should- I mean, you shade one a little darker than the other.
Oh, goodness.
Okay, so he will he finally makes one final stamp and puts it on a cubby hole, and one letter actually comes through.
Maddie is visibly shocked.
Game.
And he's like, well, all right, yeah, here I go.
I take
Maddie
the letter.
takes the letter.
Oh.
No.
That
Both of
doesn't
y'all are
work.
pretty excited diving for it.
We both grab it at the same time. How about that? Like
Okay.
one on each side. Like I have the left, she has the right part of the envelope.
After you're
And then
tugging it
it's
between
into-
yourselves, and you finally steady it to get a look at it. Both of you just see the word from Graham.
I was gonna joke and say it was junk mail.
How you gonna lie to everybody?
Maddie, Maddie shakes. She's like, let's not. She knows where it was going.
You open the letter, and all it says: "We've been trying to reach you about your extended warranty."
No, they're just gonna. They see how everybody else didn't share their letters, and so they'll just pocket it
Okay.
to read for later.
Alright, so
And Donald's like, normally there's a receiving fee for getting this kind of stuff, but there's a receiving fee for getting this kind of stuff, but so I'll say just for today, I'll take it as I'll cover y'all's down payment. That sound good?
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
thank you.
And in return, we will do good work on our end.
Oh, we almost ready to handle our little pest problem?
Sure enough. Let's start with the more recent houses, if we can find a pattern between them.
Okay. Oh, I guess like as we go out the door, I'd like to be like, actually, I need to ask our friend one more thing, and I'd like to actually talk to the guy in private for a moment.
Okay. Yeah, I got your message.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So you wait for everyone else to leave?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you want me to just go ahead and do it, or you want to say it out loud?
I'll just go ahead and do it, I guess.
Okay. It's like, oh, mail for, he kind of looks at you suspiciously, and he's like, alright. And he quickly fills out the paperwork and sticks a stamp on there, and he's kind of quiet for a second, and he's like, I'm sorry, nothing's coming through.
Well, that's actually fine. He was just wanting to make sure that he didn't have any mail. So, no news is good news.
I'm going to do you a favor and not report what just transpired here.
Yeah, not a problem. I appreciate it.
Careful, whatever you're doing, kid. Go kill some squirrels.
Well, off we go.
Alrighty.
Get your fan mail sorted.
Yeah, sadly none today.
I give them
I
time
do
to
it-
come back.
Cyrus, I do have a question.
Yes.
You seem to be more connected with the ways of nature. Do you know what squirrels eat in general? We could potentially use it as bait for luring squirrels.
To be fair, I never said I actually knew anything.
I'm just jumping off of that first time you tried to talk to a bird.
I mean, I tend to not know what I'm doing whenever I do it. I just kind of go with the flow and hope something sticks.
Well then,
And now I'm with
I'm pretty
you
sure
all.
Well, I'm pretty sure that there's someone in this town that would know. But let's look at the houses. We'll have to take the map with us so that they know that we're official. And the
Yeah. Real quick, as all y'all gathered up here, oh, my friends! And you see someone pushing through the crowd, and you see a furry fellow wearing a leather vest with a big backpack on over his shoulder. As you see this furry tabaxi fellow crawling through the crowd.
Oh.
Oh, is that who I think it is?
It is! Sharp of mind, here to serve you. How are all of you?
Sharp, what are you doing here?
I'm a traveling merchant. I traveled.
Well,
You don't ask why an ant, why he eats and carries things for his queen, do you?
I guess not, but it just fancy seeing you here.
Oh, no. Oh, plus it's part of the job, actually.
pardon me. I don't believe we've actually had a proper conversation. My name's.
Oh, I met your friends, so you're all my friends.
My name's Marcus. What is your name?
Marcus. I am Sharp of Mind. You can just call me Sharp.
Well, Sharp. Pleasure to meet you, Sharp. I'm an associate of yours, Cyrus.
Ah, yes, Cyrus. Cyrus had come to me in the merchant stall. It was a nice altercation, but what I am here for is actually a delivery.
Delivery?
Yes, someone actually bought something of mine, and with the special request of giving it to you.
To me? What is it?
Well, not to you in particular, but to your entire party. This will... Ah, yes, you remember the old, grizzled human fella, Mort, I believe his name?
More?
Yes, Mort.
You mean the fella that died?
That's
No,
No?
that wasn't. No. I outside of character, Mort was he was one of the guards. Well, not guards, to say, but he was in the first village
Oh,
that we were
okay.
in.
Okay.
But a delivery for us.
Yes, Mort the mercenary. Yes, he had two things he wanted to deliver. Would probably be best in your hands, and he walked straight to Luna. And he looks very carefully amongst the crowd and slips a wrapped up, decently heavy object into your hand.
Do we have Luna?
Yes. I didn't know he was saying me. He kept cutting up.
Yeah.
Kept
Oh,
cutting
yeah.
out.
I thought we'd lost our moon girl.
I take the what he's handing, and I just sort of hide it.
Okay. So you hide it?
I mean, he was looking suspicious, or not suspicious, but like looking around him, right, as he was handing it to me.
Right.
Okay, yeah, so I kind of just like slip it in my bag.
Okay. And this was something he said he threw on for a little extra protection for one of you. He said you may need his help on the crazy journey you're about to take. I don't know what you're about to do, but sounds fun. And the second object he pulls out is a holy symbol of Cordell, actually. Cordell's holy symbol is a circle with about every weapon imaginable, all stuck to the end of it, all forming a circle.
I guess I would like to ask either Luna or Maddie if they recognize the symbol.
Oh wait. Cordell's the forge god, right?
No, that is not the Forge God.
No,
He's the
no,
mercenary
okay.
god, isn't he?
Yes, he is. But yeah, since he asked y'all, Maddie and Luna, would y'all like to make a religion check?
Yeah. I will.
All right, go ahead.
That's 18 for me.
Okay. 18 for
that
you.
Is a 13 for Maddie.
Okay. All right. So, yeah. Well, both of you know from that Cordell the mercenary, his domain is he's battle and earth. He is a true neutral deity. And Luna, for you rolling as high as you do know a few extra details about him. Essentially, he is true neutral in the sense that he pretty much supports anyone who fights. Like, he sees combat as just a simple part of the human life cycle, just another form of just a staging life. People fight, they die, they return to the earth, and they keep the cycle going. So he's had mixed reviews as a deity because he's provided support to both sides of the battlefield at times because he just believes in supporting all that would lay down their life for what they believe in.
I kind of give that little rundown to everyone.
Well,
It's like a FYI.
yeah. By the sound of that, I think either Amrock or Maddie would probably have that, enjoy having that a little bit better, but I know you worship a different deity.
Yes.
A little bit.
Oh, Amrock, do you have any negative thoughts?
No. Don't really know much about the gods, honestly. Yeah. I ain't gonna turn it down if it's a gift.
Alright, so
Never
you're going to
told
take the holy
anybody.
symbol, Lamrock?
Sure, I'll take it.
Alrighty. You now gain the holy symbol of Cordell.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
Also, Marcus, make yourself a religion check as well.
Uh, 24. I'm not proficient.
Oh,
I'm
jeez.
not proficient. I'm not proficient in religion, but I have good intelligence.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Jeez. Okay, so the god you're asking about, his name is August from the Tinker clan. So, August is, in particular, you know a lot about him with a 24. So he is known as the Holy Forge. His belief entirely is he just believes in weapons in general are just tools. There's nothing really good or bad against them. He is a good aligned deity, but he doesn't believe anything he makes is evil in any form or fashion. So for him, he sees fire as a tool in all of its uses, whether it's burning down a field will give way to for more lush life to grow, whether it's creating tools, whether it's creating food. Fire to him is just a good thing. So that really puts him at odds with with one of the Forbidden Seven deities, the Great Spirit of Wrath. Let me make sure I get his name right. Rackford. Because Rackford, the Mad Tyrant, he is known as the All-Consuming Flame. So the two churches have been known to clash a lot in their time over what the pure use of fire should be. But August, was once a dwarf that in the time of the times of chaos, where the primordials pretty much ruled the plane y'all are in. His inventions are really helped turn the tides of battle. Which also does kind of tie into what Luna would know as well, that Cordell was also another great spirit that originated from the time of chaos. In what's known as the pre-Rift era.
Marcus was just going over what his own knowledge, really. I mean, the god he was thinking of has nothing to do with this. Not really.
Yeah. Luna, do you share that about Cordell? Gotcha.
Everything I knew.
Oh, alright. So, Sharp's like, well, that is my duty. I have a little bit of business to do in town, and other than that, I will move along. More than likely, I will see y'all in another time and another place, and we will all have a good time together.
Ah, you have a good one. If you're looking for any silk cloth, I do recommend the Silk Farmer just outside of town.
Ooh, that would be lovely. I'll have to go down there. Thank you all. You all have a lovely journey, and you take care of that nice lady. And nods to you, Luna, and keeps walking.
Okay, I would like to get in an area where I can open up what he gave me.
Alright.
That guy is unnatural.
Maddie will follow.
I just kind of go off to the side where there's like less people, where I can pull out what he gave and I open it up.
Alright. You unwrap it, and instinctively you wrap it back up after you stare at it for a few seconds when you realize what it is.
I get
You realize... this is something you've studied about in your cleric studies, but never actually seen in person because of how incredibly rare it is. This is a chunk of lifestone. You'd say it's roughly about a pound. This is the material components used to bring someone back to life.
going back to life.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Okay.
But basically
Hold the light
in
your
this...
hands.
Yeah. It's not a big enough chunk where you could do a whole revive spell with it, but this is at least a part of one. But
Yeah,
you
I
know
got
this-
that back.
It's very valuable, and that alone is probably worth a few hundred gold at least. Even more to the right buyer.
Crap. Just look at Luna and I'm like,
Me, Maddie.
do you know what that was? I'm even getting confused. I'm so confused, I'm so stunned by what I saw.
She thought she was looking in the mirror for a second, and it was like, oh wait.
I don't wear armor.
Wait, you're not me.
But I do ask, hey, that's fine, but do you know what that was?
No, it looked like a rock to me.
I explained to Maddie what it was, but the DM just said.
Oh, yeah, let's just keep that away. Put
Oh,
away.
everything.
Yeah. You do see that there was a note at the bottom of it, and looking at the note, it just kind of simply says, "You'll probably need this eventually. Hopefully not, though. Sign Mort."
Oh, that's not
That's it.
comforting.
Um, it just says P.S. Hopefully the holy symbol will help you. It's given others guidance when they might have needed it. The path you're going on, more than likely you'll need all the help you can get.
Oh.
I just look at Natty and I'm like, well, that's ominous.
Maybe did see the crow lady.
Yeah.
I'm about to
Things
see
just
a
got-
squirrel one.
Oh, God.
Heh.
Round 2.
I jest. Unless.
The crow lady's also the squirrel lady.
Mm-hmm.
Potentially.
I would not like that.
But this seems more organized than Simple Crow, though.
Hopefully. What was the name of that again? Life what?
Sorry, what was that?
Oh, Lifestone.
Stone. Okay, thank you.
No problem. Okay.
I do ask Maddie real quick. So should we tell them what I got? Because they know I got it.
Yeah. I mean, I figured we've been on this trip for how many months have we been on this trip?
It's getting close to a month.
We've
Yeah,
almost
we've
been
only
on
been
this
traveling
trip
for a few
with them for a
weeks.
whole month. I think it's safe to say we can trust them a little bit by now.
True.
We've not murdered each other, so
That's
progress.
I mean, we've all saved each other's hides more than once, so
yeah, okay.
I think they deserve to know the truth.
Yeah. I'll have to wait till later though, because I'd rather not go around and say what that is.
No. Let's wait until we're all together alone. With no pioneers.
Yeah, that would be best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we discussed that and then go back over to everyone else.
Well then, with interesting introductions out of the way, shall we go and check these houses out?
Yeah.
Alrighty. So y'all are going to the house that was raided last, right?
Yeah, I just work our way back from there, the most recent one.
Okay. So, you guys all go to the outskirts of a house at the where was it? Yeah, it was Eastern Street. You go toward the southern end of Eastern Street. You notice there's some pretty nice houses in that area. Like, in particular, you notice that Eastern Street seems to be kind of like a nicer shopping district and overall just a little bit of nicer residential area. You haven't fully been on Western Street yet, but from what you've seen of it, it seems to be the other side of railroad tracks, metaphorical.
So it's
As
strange
you
that the squirrels would attack this kind of neighborhood, too.
You get to the house that was raided last, and currently you notice there is currently some roof work being done to it.
So we see like a few people up on the roof, or like one person up on the roof.
It's a small crew working on it right now.
Bad as the damage.
It's not terrible. It's literally just a few guys, like just replacing some boards and stuff.
I guess I
I'll just.
You want to do it?
Oh, I was just going. I just call out to them. Hello there. Are any of you the owner of the house?
I'll kind of look to you, and one guy kind of stands up. He's fairly built guy. He's definitely got a tan, leathery skin, like he's been out in the sun a lot of his life. He's kind of got short, shaggy hair, combed to the side under a hat, and he just kind of like sits a hammer and a nail down. He's like, "Yeah, I'm not the owner, but I'm the owner of this crew. They just call me the foreman."
Well, we were potentially looking into this. We were wondering, have any of you been affected by what affected this house?
Affected.
I mean, it seems
Then
like
what
they
you
had
looking into this for? It's just a bunch of stupid squirrels crawling into the attics.
Well, it's multiple houses that were affected by it. So they put up a notice. They were wondering they wanted people to deal with it.
We're the professional extermination crew for the squirrels, and we're actually wondering what attracted them to the household.
Uh-huh.
I
You can
love
take
this
it up to the
mental
owners if you want. They're inside. But it's all up to you, I guess.
That's no charge to them.
So I'll go towards the front door and knock on the door. Is this like a big house?
It's a fairly sized house. It's at least upper middle class looking.
So yeah, I'll knock on the door.
Hey, that's quiet for a second. Then a man in fairly nice clothes comes out. Like, he comes to the door and looks like, it doesn't look like he's your standard noble. He looks like someone who does work in the fields a lot, but he's wearing his best clothes right now. And he's like, kind of just like a good old boy that has some money on him. He's like, can I help you?
Yes. We were the professional exterminators checking into the squirrel problem in the area, and we were just wanted to ask the residents some questions.
I don't remember hiring some exterminators.
Oh, you didn't. It's the town's money, not yours.
And I'll actually pull out the notice that we got from the board.
The town's funding it? Oh, wait, Don. Yeah. Yeah, I should have known he wouldn't take this line down, knowing him. That must be tearing him up. Yeah, I know he went crazy trying to trap them squirrels, but somehow they get out of the cages, he said, every time.
So, what exactly happened? Were you here when the squirrels attacked?
You're making it sound like it's a crime scene, to being perfectly honest.
We were talking about squirrels. They are rambunctious little buggers, and we need to take this matter seriously.
Now just...
Yes, I've been recently told that they nest in the thousands.
Yeah, this was just a scout crew by the looks of it.
I'm going to be
Hamrock is
straight.
just
This
in the
is
background
approaching the
face
territory
palming.
where this is making me feel like it's a scam and y'all are like some distant royalty that I need to give money to.
We didn't ask you for money. The city is the one who's paying this crew. We just need to know what's going on so we can tack it properly.
Alright, then, I was just in bed with my wife, heard a bunch of rattling around in the attic. I
Oh, lucky
go
man.
up there, across... thank you, my wife is lovely. But, sorry, you just wrecked my train of thought there. I was going up in the attic with a crossbow, and lo and behold, squirrels chewed a hole through the roof. I shot a bolt at them. They all scattered. I was hoping that'd be the end of it. I just patched it up in the morning, and they were still in there and persisted a few nights. I was able to kill one or so, but they just kept going at it rambunctiously.
So they're attacking from the ceiling. Are there any trees overhanging?
Not in the middle of town, no. Just one or two in people's backyards, but not in my yard.
Yes, that's what I was wondering. Do you have any food that's usually stored in the attic?
No, son, I do not store my food in the attic.
Then don't you see that is quite odd that they attacked your attic, and only your attic?
And not your pantry or something. I mean,
This is an odd scenario in general, I'm not going to lie. I'm thinking more and more about it and realizing how odd it is, but...
And this is why we're taking this matter seriously. Was there anything missing, besides your ceiling?
A bit of my wall, too.
Yes, but any of your belongings, besides, the foundations of your home in general? Hopefully,
See, this is why I say it's getting a little bit towards scam territory, because you're making me believe the squirrels have it out for me right now. They're squirrels. They're too stupid for that.
Oh, sir, you don't know the deviousness of squirrels, especially in large numbers.
And also, you did already say that every trap that has been set by Dawn they've escaped. They're attacking in areas of your house which don't make sense and persisting even though you tried to drive them out.
Well, it is getting close to winter, so I assume they were just trying to find a place to nestle up for the time. They just keep getting chased out of houses.
In an attic in which they tore the roof off.
Actually,
it's a lot warmer than a tree.
Based on that, how far away from the edge of the tree line? Like, this is a town, so the tree line's not close, but how far away from the? Is this this house is in the center of town?
Yeah, not the center. It's kind of toward closer to the southern edge, but it's a very sparsely wooded area around here.
See, I mean, this also doesn't really make sense that they would come to your house. Your house being so far in, they would deal with a lot more trouble than just attacking the houses on the outer edge or nesting in them.
Not to mention...
At this point, he's kind of standing here very curiously and just not sure how to respond. Is like, now why do I feel like I'm being interrogated for having squirrels attack my house?
We're not interrogating you. We're just trying to get all the information and making. It doesn't make a lot of this doesn't make any sense. I mean, I'm not from the farm area myself, but I do know the basic nature of animals is that they generally avoid people.
That's fair. Oh, I told you about all I think I could tell you. I don't know what else you're expecting to get out of this.
Well, one other thing. What time of day did they start tearing up the place?
I told you that, son. It was at night.
At night. Interesting. Because one of their natural predators would be owls, wouldn't they?
I'm not a biologist, son.
And that is why we are the experts, sir.
I just run a field on the outskirts of town.
And yet the fields have not been attacked by squirrels. Funny.
This campaign is progressing faster to Columbo.
You gonna do this to every guy?
We are Sherlock Holmes and Watson, this guy.
Why was a squirrel here? Why did he attack your basement?
Where are the squirrels?
Where is he?
Where is there?
Where's the squirrels?
Do you mind if we see the attic?
I would really rather you not.
I mean, the sooner we see it, the sooner we can get out of your hair.
We're just trying
I could just be rude and shut the door that I've been trying to avoid doing for a while now, because y'all seem like nice folk.
Well, then we'll just go over to your next door neighbor and tell him that you wouldn't follow with the town's orders of hiring us.
The town is not. Whoa, silence.
Dawn's not the town, son.
Cyrus.
Yes, but he has the best of interests from the town.
I mean, to be fair, Cyrus is Cyrus, he's kind of over the post office for this town. I wouldn't say he has the governing factors here.
Yes, but no one else has hired us, and he's hired us.
At
And
this point,
there
Maddie's
is
just gonna stand forward and she's like, "Guys, I think you're making him uncomfortable."
I didn't want to push this far. We were just trying to gather information, Cyrus. But
and we could stop here if he just lets us see the attic. I will stay out here. Like, if that will make him feel more comfortable, I'll just stay out here and let you all investigate.
Such an odd
Make
man.
a base persuasion check, Cyrus.
See, it's a 14 plus
God dang it.
persuasion plus 6, so 20.
Yes, let's use this 14. My eldest gonna be above 20, ain't it?
I mean, he is the bard.
He just kind of sighs. You are out of my hair after that. If not, I'm calling the guards.
I hold my hand on and like, that is a promise.
He shakes it. He's got a pretty firm handshake. He's someone he has worked the fields all his life. He's just a a good old boy that just wants his peace and quiet right now.
Well, we'll make sure that this goes as quickly as we can. If you show us the area, we'll do our search and then we'll leave immediately. Sorry for bothering you.
So are you going to stay out here with me, sir, or rather follow?
I'm not letting you in my attic alone.
Oh, okay. So you'll follow them then. I'll be out here, as promised.
Alright.
Yeah, I'll follow him. I'll follow him to the attic and try to search the place. Like do a thorough search of the attic to see if I can find anything.
I'll go and help.
Okay, so you and Luna are going into the attic?
Maddie will go too, because she doesn't like how all this is just turned into an interrogation.
Yeah. Yep. Alright, so Amarok, you staying out with Denario?
I'll go ahead and go with everybody. I think the whole squirrel thing is stupid, but I know I'm not good with people, so I'm gonna go and be away from everyone.
Okay.
Maddie feels like if things need to be smoothed over, she's just there.
Okay. Y'all walk inside and you hear, honey, who's at the door? And you see a woman come in wearing an apron, freshly covered in flour, and he's like, I didn't know we were having guests. And it's, no, honey, they're not staying. I just gotta show them the attic. She's like, well, she looks at all of your mixed bunch and looks at her husband like, huh?
We're
I'll
just
explain later,
trying
honey.
to find out what's going on with the squirrels.
She blinks.
It's not a big deal.
yeah.
We were hired by.
Okay, I'm sorry upstairs is a mess. I haven't got a chance to clean up after the crew yet, but yeah, y'all make yourself at home. Y'all want something to drink or something? And he's like, no, honey, they're about to leave.
Yeah, we won't take long. We don't want to inconvenience you too much further.
Okay, it's okay. And he just he looks kind of defeated right now. Like, what has this day become? And he takes you up to the attic, and he's like, well, here it is, and it's pretty loud up there with construction work literally going on a few feet above your head. But it's an attic.
So, yeah, what I want to do is I want to investigate the area. But since this doesn't require me to say anything, just to tick every box, might as well do this. I pull out something that looks like a screwdriver and I click the side of it and cast detect magic using it.
Okay. He's just staring at it like, What are they doing now?
Anything we could find has already been disturbed by the construction team. So we're just bothering this guy for no reason.
Okay. No magic. You don't detect any magic.
Okay, then I'll investigate the area.
All right. Roll investigation.
25, because investigation is my thing.
Okay. All right. So you go looking around, and one thing you notice is strange is you look at the area where you see clearly there's the entryway to Squirrels. Seems like they wrestled around in here a bit, chewing up some stuff and everything. Then you find a little nick in the wall where you estimate was the crossbow bolt he mentioned earlier. You go, around it you see little blood splatters and everything, and where where it seems like he killed the squirrel and everything. But then in particular, something you notice is strange is you see some fletchlings from the crossbow bolts a good distance a bit away from where it impacted. And you also notice it seems like the blood trail that from where the actual bolt impacted seems to kind of trail up the wall a bit, then disappear out where they're fixing the hole in the roof.
So not to inconvenience you any further, but did you see the squirrel drop that you shot? Sorry, but did you see the squirrel drop that you shot?
Oh, that was the weirdest thing. It was pinned to the wall, and then next thing you know, when I came back the next morning after all scurried off, so was the body. It was gone. I just assumed they took the body with them for some sentimental values. I don't know.
But yet you claim these things have no intelligence, yet you think that they'll take a corpse of their fallen ally?
Alright, I want you out of my house. I am so sick of this. It's weird, although I don't know why. Maybe they took it back to eat it. I've seen some messed up stuff in nature.
Marcus pulls out a little box, clicks it, and then it's like, note to self, squirrels will potentially self-cannibalize. And then he moves his finger off the button, you hear a click, and then sorry for inconveniencing you. And then he walks out of the attic.
Okay.
Manica's following as she stopped by them. She's like, I'm sorry. They can be a bit much.
It's okay. Just let me have a nice evening with my wife and...
Just walking out the door. You have a lovely home. Good day.
Thank you.
So is everybody meeting up with me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
The door shuts behind all of you. And you do hear a lock shut.
I look at Marcus and be like, so, did you find anything?
Well, take a look at this, and then
actually, hold that thought. Cyrus, what's your passive perception again?
Passive. 11.
Oh, okay. Everything goes smoothly for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You don't notice the squirrel snipers.
Yeah.
but
Squirrel Team 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's onto us.
Alright, it's now your turn. It's now back to you, Marcus.
well, take a look at this, and then I take out the box I was messing around with earlier and click it, and then it's like it makes an image of the trail, of the blood trail, just like a little hologram of it. But
Alright, what is that, Batman?
it's called a magical trinket. It's something I can do.
Oh,
Like-
that. Yeah, okay.
But
That
so
is straight Batman, though.
kinda, yeah. I'm kind of Batman, but but I pull it out, and it's just like, so you see a little hologram of the area, but so it appears that he shot a squirrel with a crossbow bolt, and when he came back the next day, the squirrel was gone, but there was a trail leading from the impact point here to the roof here.
Interesting. You would think they would just eat it, but instead maybe carried it?
Or it left on its own. I mean, I have seen things rise from the dead recently, so I wouldn't put it past potentially it got back up, maybe.
So one thing that is bugging me is I can't quite figure out where they would have actually entered to get through the roof that way.
They would have also had to travel through the town in order to get here. And I mean, sure, they're small rodents, but if a lot of them are moving around, then they would make noise or like cause attention potentially. They're almost in the middle of the town.
Man, I wish I was a squirrel expert.
I will be after
Well,
this.
Well, how about we work our way back to the house that got hit before this one?
That's fair. We'll take a more subtle approach, unless, of course, they prevent us from going in again.
I also do want to bring this up. You did get a bit aggro there.
I only matched his level and then trumped it.
I'm just saying we're trying to get in people's houses and we're not the police. So
But you got inside?
So, yes, but he was very agitated with us.
Yeah, we got what we needed. And they'll thank us if this is a bigger issue than what they believe.
Well, how about we work our way back? We hit the most recent. So, also, I want to look at the map. About how far apart are each of the houses from one another?
It really depends on per house, because some houses are bigger than others, some have more of a yard. But it kind of varies,
So,
really. It's kind of a suburb-like area.
So, from the house we just were at to the last house, is there like, so it's a suburb-like area, so there should be another house. It seems like it's following a straight line, right?
Yeah.
So, from across this house, what is the nearest building?
Pretty much the house next door. You noticed, looking at the map, it seems like the squirrels have attacked houses on both sides of the street.
And he put dates on the map of.
Yeah.
So how far apart are they in days? Like only a few days, and then the next one.
It's ranged from like 2 to 3 days each time.
And this house hit with
Sometimes a week it goes in between. It really depends on, but it's kind of varying. It looks like it started really small because the first incident, it was like a month in between until the squirrel showed up the next time. But after that, it seemed to get more and more frequent as it went on.
So when was this house hit? Like
This one was 3 days ago.
If these events are getting faster and faster, and that one happened only a few days ago, we should potentially stake out this area if we're trying to figure out what's going on. The squirrels come at night, and so we could stake out the area and see if they hit another house.
So you're saying that you are detecting more of a pattern?
Yes.
Could you
They're
possibly predict where the next one would be?
I mean, it's kind of here, there, but when I looked at it before, it seemed like it was following along this path. The nearest house is over there, like across the street, and over the past few incidences, these have become more frequent each time. So if that house got hit 3 days ago, then it could happen tonight, potentially.
Where was the first place that was hit?
I'll pull out the map and try to see which the first, if I could even tell. Well,
You see, it is the house on the very edge of town.
So they've been following a path. If that house is on the edge of town, then they would have possibly came from that way and worked their way across.
They're also escaping at night, right?
Or by the next day. From what that person said, he attacked some of the squirrels the night before, and then came the next day. They were gone, but they also stayed around for a bit. They didn't just go immediately. They went in the morning, though. Or they escaped while it was still dark before sunrise.
Interesting. And each time they're going to have to go farther and farther away from out of town. So maybe they have an escape route?
Well, question, DM. Are these like dirt streets or stone?
They're dirt.
So they probably don't have underground like plumbing and stuff like that.
Underground squirrel layers.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Squirrels.
I mean, if they had
Squirrels in your attic.
if they had sewer systems, then that potentially would be a lead. But if these are just dirt streets, then I doubt. Then no.
Yeah, indoor plumbing isn't the most common thing in the Emerald Expanse. It's more of a thing in more populated areas.
So that actually makes it weirder. That they're organized, coming all the way through town to get the next house.
They're intelligent enough to escape traps placed for them, and they're either carrying off their dead, or something else is going on with that if they are killed.
At this point, you hear knocking on the front window, and you hear someone saying from it, "Could y'all get off my front porch?"
Sorry. It's like we clean up our chalk lines of drawing.
No, just imagining like y'all talking about this. It's black and white. There's jazz music in the background. Everyone's smoking cigarettes, and but then I realized, wait, they're not doing that. They're on a front porch.
How busy is the street?
Not too busy. It's the middle of the day on a Sunday, so most people are taking it an easy day or just relaxing. And the people that are working, they're currently in the middle of shifts right now.
So
Where should we head to next?
well, if you want to humor me on this, if we are going to potentially stake out the area, it would have to possibly happen at night. So what my suggestion would be is that we take different parts of the block, do a patrol at undercover under the night. Try not to draw too much attention, as hard as that may be, and don't approach, but find a way to make notice to one another of if something happens.
Yeah. Also, I look at Amrock and ask, so, does your sense of smell carry on through your current form?
Does.
It does.
And I've thought about this. And are you asking me to bloodhound squirrels for you? Is that what I'm getting this request here?
I don't think you're giving yourself enough credit.
Also, I mean, I didn't ask the question because I didn't want to be offensive, but I didn't know if that was offensive.
It's a little offensive.
Yeah, didn't mean any offense to it, but
Slightly.
Are you assuming my sense of sense?
which I wanted to be the one to be offensive in case you felt like you were self-conscious about it.
You know what?
I'll be the bad guy.
Because you're brave enough to ask, I'll do it for you. Okay?
I appreciate that. I'll owe you one.
You will.
All
Now,
right.
the question is, where do we get Squirrel scent?
The shutter's just shut behind you.
Oh, hold on one moment. I cannot hear
What?
anything.
Can you hear?
Can you not hear us? Oh boy.
He insults me and then just checks out. Okay.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry, my headphones died.
Okay, good. I was saying, in a comedic timing fashion, the shutters behind you in the house just shut.
Well, we shouldn't need to. If the squirrels were recently in this area, the trail might still be here. We'll cover for you while you try to, I guess, catch the scent.
While I sniff around someone's backyard, is what you're telling me.
Perhaps we should wait till night. Otherwise,
Yeah.
we would draw
So
way
that
too
way
much
it'll be
attention.
extra creepy.
I mean, it's going to be creepy
You know,
either way.
giant-
Are we still on that guy's porch?
No, we're like probably in the middle of the street, honestly.
We're in the driveway now.
But
You're at
we're
a legal
progressively-
distance right now.
We're progressively making our distance between him and the house. But, I mean, it's going to be creepy either way. You're going to be sneaking around, sniffing about. There's no way that's not going to be creepy, but at night, at least, we could potentially do it without being noticed.
He also does turn into
Yeah.
a giant werewolf, so I mean, that would not be creepy. That would also be terrifying.
Let's just try to avoid that at all costs.
Well, while we have the day, we could search for any visible clues, and then when it comes to night, we search for any more delicate ones. Like I said, it may happen
Alright.
tonight. Like it may happen tonight because it was 3 days ago when it happened. And again, it'd be better for us to separate out, cover more ground, and don't engage if it's something more than just squirrels, and report back to the others.
And tell me, do you want to do reactive or proactive approach to this? Proactive, we actually go at it, try to prevent it, or reactive, we let it happen and then follow it to the source.
Well, it doesn't seem like, as far as I can tell, no one's dying in this. So if no one's dying, then how about we take a reactive approach? If we can stop it in the middle of the act, then fine. But if not, we let it happen and see where it goes.
Well, another thing is they are also staying for a few days.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they are speeding up the process that they change between houses. So what we could do, we see if we can watch it happen, and then once it happens, we follow the source.
Should we try to warn the next house?
No, I think any warning would disrupt the experiment. We need to have a baseline test for this.
Fair.
Also, if it's something more, it'd be better if it's not potentially doing something that might alert it to our presence.
That is true.
So, tonight, well, during the day, while we can see, we take a walkabout, see if we can pick up on any clues, separate out, and then come back together. Don't draw too much attention to yourselves if you can avoid it. And then come night, we patrol the area and listen out or see if we can see anything that happens. And once it's happened, we follow out, see where they're hiding up.
Also, I like to look at the map for a moment.
I hand him the map.
I just want to kind of take note on how far away we are from the edge of town.
You guys are about a quarter mile from the edge of town.
And you said the houses that were being hit are kind of scattered about.
Yeah, it's mostly in a uniform line, but yeah.
Okay, so
Like,
it's pretty
it
much.
seems like nearly every house has been hit on the way in.
So it's pretty much a line, but it's like separate. It's kind of breaking apart as a line. But
A dotted line.
speaking of which, if we're going to hit all the detective tropes, I take out a piece of chalk and trace it from one end of the line to the newest point, following the dates.
Roll.
I feel like we should talk to at least one other person.
Who would we talk to? I mean, these are incidents that people don't seem to be paying much attention to because they're squirrels and they're not causing a lot of damage and no one's died. So,
Well, you see, this is a simple thing of swiping while someone looks at the other hand. We're not actually looking to get information out of them. We're trying to figure out what the person is. How are they in common with each other? And maybe they're being targeted.
you know, would be something
enough.
something that we could do is if there are any. I mean, every city has them, unfortunately, but if there's any potential homeless out on the streets, they could potentially see something. People who would be out on the streets at night.
People who they wouldn't actually believe.
That's the most common source. If you want to know something that people are pushing under the rug.
Exactly.
But also we have to be careful because, again, there is a kind of criminal organization happening in this town. We don't want to stumble into that.
Yeah.
The one's controlling the squirrels.
The underground organizations, the Squirrel.
It was always the squirrel.
Mastermind.
Always the squirrel. Well then, shall we see if we can find someone then? Someone out on the streets, and then that could possibly be convinced with a little coin.
Yeah. Do you mind if we start heading towards like the first place and hopefully we find someone along the way? Or at
Sure.
least on the outskirts. I feel like that would be some place where someone homeless would reside.
We'll duck in between alleys, but we'll go as a group to make sure no one gets jumped. And we'll see if we can find someone.
All right. Okay. So y'all walk away from the house. You do see the couple guys that are up on the roof. They're still working at it right now. Just overall, just working the day away as y'all head off into town. Who would like the helm to search for the homeless man?
Me. If it's investigation, then yeah, I would like to do it.
This will be perception to spot a bum.
Hey,
You
conspiracy
should look
theory
at it.
here.
That should be under your wisdom checks.
Conspiracy theory here. It's the construction crew that are hiring the squirrels, where they can have work.
Potentially.
As much as I would
it's all
like that,
It's all connected.
much as I would like that, he did let us in. But then again, I am pretty persuasive.
I have a way with words.
Oh, the guy that let you in wasn't the owner of Extraction Company.
The guy who let us in was the guy who let us in was the owner of the house.
Yeah, you thought I was the owner. You thought I was the owner of Construction Company?
No, he said he was like head of the crew at first or something like that.
The
No, a guy
on the
did
roof said
talk
he's
to you.
head of the crew.
Oh, okay, gotcha. They were different people. Okay.
Yeah, he just told you to knock on the door and knocked on the door, and then he talked to that guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, two separate people.
All right. Over table. What should we call this mystery?
Are you looking for a name for the next episode?
I'm changing this one.
The Great Squirrel
Squirrels?
Caper?
The Great Squirrel Caper.
Yeah.
I like it. All right, carry on.
I outside of character, I do like how it seems that me and your character are the ones taking this really seriously.
My character has no idea anything about squirrels. Not a thing.
Neither,
You're talking like you do, though.
That's his power.
Yeah, the three characters that should know the most about squirrels have been silent just watching this.
I'm face palming throughout the whole thing. I'm just embarrassed to know you people.
just watching as the city boy and the bard play detective.
Yeah.
Okay,
I realize there's really
make
no
it-
stopping them.
Yeah.
But
Really just
Well,
kind
I've
of
got-
keep watch the show.
I did say I was going to lead it, so I'll lead it. Like I said.
make a spot bum check. That'll be perception.
I mean, even though I don't get anything to perception, that's still a 19.
Jeez.
That's
That's your second 19 in a row. But he, so you're looking through town, and as you pass through one alleyway, you actually see one garbage bin getting rifled through really quick. And you kind of look, you see a very shaggy-haired, very unclean, unkept man just digging through the trash can. You notice he is moving weirdly quick.
But he's got squirrels in.
Squirrels.
Oh my god.
Well,
How do you
I guess-
approach the bum?
Well, I guess since I'm taking point,
Yes, you go talk to
Morning,
the
man.
garbage man.
Morning, my man. Find anything good?
He looks up at you, and you see he is wide-eyed as about humanly possible. I'm going to say make a general wisdom check.
Wisdom.
See how
That's
many
a 7.
drugs he is on.
That's a 7.
Okay,
Marcus,
yeah, you
Marcus is not wise.
register nothing. Wait, no wait. Oh, yeah, shoot. Amarok, you actually make one. As this guy looks at you, you barely see any of the color in his eyes. You just mainly see black, dilated pupils just staring dead at you.
What am I rolling again?
Just general wisdom. I'd say with
Uh,
advantage, actually.
Okay. Okay, that's... Do I add anything to that?
Well, just wisdom other than that now.
9.
9, okay, this isn't really registering well, but you feel like you've seen this before somewhere. What do you want, man? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want?
Sorry to serve you in the middle of possibly finding your breakfast. Perhaps we can get you something better to eat, but We were looking for information. Perhaps you can help us.
You got a line, man? I'll do anything for a line.
Do I even understand the concept of what that potentially means?
With your wisdom roll, no.
A line. Don't say I have a line, but
Useless.
But I
I'm
but I
going
do.
to position myself between him and the girls.
Okay.
But
That's
perhaps,
reasonable.
perhaps if you're looking for a line, a bit of information for a little money.
How much?
Depends on the nature of the information. We're just
kind of
asking
information?
for.
I ain't selling anyone out.
No, we're not
Ain't
asking
that.
for that.
Ain't about that.
Not asking about that. So there have been a lot of squirrel attacks in this potentially part of town. People to houses who have been.
I don't know anything about that. And he just turns around and starts running away.
I'd actually
wanna
like
do
to go up to his like, now, friend, this will
He's
be
running.
worth your while.
He's already run.
Oh, I'm chasing after him.
Whoa,
Just holding a polite conversation, chasing after him.
All right. This will be initiative rolls then.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Everybody?
Whoever wants to participate in this week's annual bum catching contest.
yeah, I'll chase after him too. So.
Ooh.
I'm staying with the girls.
I got
Y'all
a
chasing
I just
after the
imagine
bum?
you're standing in front of us, like all big and tall, and like we're just both on either side of you, peeking our head around, like, what's going on?
But also, considering how weird this dude's acting, I'm okay with this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
All right,
they're gonna be found in the ditch later today.
What are the initiative rolls?
20.
20.
23.
Oh, really?
Okay. He chunks over the trash can and lays it in the alley and runs off. He does get 15 foot ahead of you. And obviously Marcus goes first.
Yep.
Okay. So, just because Marcus is feeling this energy all of a sudden, Marcus will cast exponential retreat on himself. So he'll click his heels together and he'll just start dashing as a full sprint after this guy to try to get in front of him to block off his path.
Okay, it is a pretty thin alleyway, so currently you can't get around him, but you are right behind him right now.
So it's my bonus action to do that. So then what I will do, I'll just try to, well, I don't want to hurt the guy, so I'm just going to try to grab him. And actually
Okay,
try to
make
grab.
Afterwards.
Yeah, make an
Actually,
athletics
try-
check.
Yeah, because I don't want to do anything that would hurt the guy. So 16 total.
16 total? Nice.
Yeah, I mean I don't have I don't have a great strength. I have a +1, and I'm not proficient in athletics. But that's a 15
Okay.
+1. So.
Give me a second, actually. Where's... Of course my monster manual's 2 rooms over. Exactly where it should be.
I love the idea that there's a hobo in the monster manual.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
scared-
right
I'm-
between Lich and Beholder, the bum.
I'm scared of the concept. I'm
Action
scared of
Spindle Strike.
I'm scared of the concept that this person is in the monster manual.
Yeah.
No, it's more looking for a template. It's I'm not using a full stats. I'm just looking at what someone of his Standing should have.
God.
Okay. That's an 11, so yeah, he does. You currently got him. It's like, no, let me go.
And like,
And
we just want to talk. There's no reason that we have to chase
I don't want to
after
talk.
you.
I do not consent to talking.
Have I made it to him yet?
Yeah, on your turn, you can make it to him pretty easily.
Okay, I'll wait till my turn.
I mean, that's all I got. I used my bonus action. I dashed and then grabbed him.
All right. Okay, it is now your turn, Cyrus.
Okay. Can I pick something up as a free action?
Mhm.
Okay. Would I be able to see like a stick or something?
What?
In this pile of garbage, sure, you can find something equivalent to a stick.
Okay. So I actually go up to the person and just like stare at him, and I would like to cast Booming Blade.
What the?
But my attack is just poking him.
All right.
So do I have to roll to poke him? I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
This would be purely strength because you're not proficient with a stick.
No, I do
I'm
have
casting a
Hold on
spell.
for a second.
I'm
Don't
using
have,
the...
like the. Go ahead.
Oh, so I'm casting a spell. I'm using the stick as a component. So the stick as my weapon. So I still roll the normal spell stat.
Yeah, you still have to try to hit him with the spell, but
Yeah. I got a
but it's-
16.
I did have a. I mean, I was gonna say that I'm grappling him, so would he have advantage? But I mean, a 16 is still really good.
I think the DM is muted. I think the DM is not
That
able to
means
speak.
we win.
Oh, alright, he's restarted.
He's gonna come back in.
Yeah.
Oh, my voice went out for a second. Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah,
now.
I can hear you.
Okay. Last thing I heard was poke with stick. What happened?
Well, I was asking because I have him grappled. Would he have advantage on trying to do that, or?
No.
Okay. Well, he still got a 16 on his roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, you poke this unarmored bum with a stick.
And as I do this, I look him dead in the eyes like, now if you run, this is going to hurt an awful lot. But if you stay there, nothing will happen to you. We just want to talk to you.
Make an intimidation check.
Marcus is immediately evaluating that he is potentially good cop in this situation.
Let's see. I got 14 plus... Oh, 20. 20 total.
Let's see. That's a 5. What do you want, man? What do you want?
Well, there have been squirrel attacks throughout the city, and we're just wondering if you saw anything. If you lie, I will
Some
know.
guy- I'll take that gold offer now. Give me gold and I'll tell you.
Well, you kind of tried our hands. If you have to give us good information to get the full pot.
mainly because you ran.
I could potentially die if I tell you. It's not worth it.
It will be worth it.
One person will kill me one way or another. Make it worth it to me.
Fair enough. I'll give him I'm not gonna let him go, but I will. Actually, I'll front me the gold. I can't let him go right now, but give him the gold and I'll give it back to you.
Fair enough. How about this? Let me see how much I got right now. Oh, cool. I'll flash 5 gold at him.
All right. I get 2 whole darts from that. Oh. Okay. So, in the black market in town, there's a. Let me pull up the name of it real quick, just to make sure I get this right.
I love that our clean freak college boy here is rolling around in the dirt with a hobo.
I mean,
Yeah.
he can clean it. He can clean himself after.
This is something worth mentioning. He smells awful.
Like stale urine, just constant. He doesn't
Yeah.
have toilet paper ever.
Yeah, like the rest of us. Yeah, if you made a check, Amarok, you're going to have advantage.
Oh heck no! I ain't smelling.
Just to
that.
find
I'm
him.
Staying away from that. Oh yeah. Oh
I
god.
can't find it. Oh, there it is. I thought it was. It's like, okay. There was this old sour shroom dealer. He currently got written off lately and was really short on gold. So he got involved in this other business. Now apparently he's been coordinating all these attacks.
Coordinating how?
And real quick, that would be another base wisdom check for you, Marcus, to see if you recognize what he's talking about.
Huh. 16.
Okay, you actually have heard of sour shrooms before. Basically, sour shrooms was a decently popular drug during your college time. It's more something a lot of thugs in town would do. It's a pretty popular drug sold by mostly a group called the Clanless, which is basically Dwarven Territories Mafia. It's a very popular drug that sold by them. And he's like, yeah, so the sour shroom dealer got his business taking over. He was looking for a new gig. He's a natural for animals. I don't know. He's a weirdo. Like, the dude is totally nuts. You would not believe it.
Why would he be running these attacks? What does he have to gain?
Just gold. He's apparently worked out some deal where he's profiting from this.
But he's not taking anything from the houses as far as we know. And as far, they're just... So, what's there really to gain by these random attacks?
I don't know. I don't talk to the guy. He's a weirdo. He deals with that shroom stuff, not the real stuff. He's a freaking pansy.
I actually look at Amarok and I'm just like, could your random conspiracy
I'm
theory
grinning.
actually be right?
Yeah, I'm just grinning ear to ear here. Suddenly,
Marcus,
I'm excited about this whole thing.
I hate to spoil it, but this is the second time he made an offhand joke and it turned out to be dead right. I'm not telling you what the other one is. He
It turns
made
out
a
you can-
joke that was a big spoiler to the game.
It turns out that he can. It turns out he can see the future.
His,
And he didn't
his
even
sense
know
of
it.
smell
Time
is that
travel,
good. His smell transcends time.
Yeah. Oh, God.
So yeah, Amarok solved the case again.
So the squirrels are actually involved with the black market.
No one's safe.
Well, How about you'll be safe for the night? I give him another 2 gold. Stay at an inn.
Oh, I'm getting out of here. That dude's crazy.
Not
And-
too quickly, though. Just keep that in mind.
One other thing.
Hey, oh, I'll tell you something else special if you give me another 3 gold.
Depending, it's got to be pretty special.
Oh, it will be. No one else knows about this.
I'll give it to you after, but just because I've already given you gold.
What? No, give it to me before.
No, I've given you, and you gave back, so to make it even.
We agree to your terms. We'll agree to your terms of giving you the 3 gold, but you have to give us the information.
All right, make it 5 then.
No, it was 3. You can't just upcharge here.
I can also trap you here for even longer. And you will not leave town.
Okay. The black market is under the bar the Misty Night, and the password to get in is asking them, I would like a warm glass of ice. And that gets you in the black market. You can pawn anything there. You can buy about anything there. It's great. Go to the nest. The nest is great.
And where'd you say this place was again?
Oh, it's under the bar the Misty Night.
I'll give them the 3 gold
Oh,
that we initially agreed on.
Thank you. And he runs off as fast as he can.
wow.
And do you let it dispel, or do you
Oh,
let
yeah.
it happen?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Just
No.
out of curiosity.
No. Yeah.
Oh, that would have killed him instantly.
Oh, God.
Yeah, he would have walked away and then it exploded.
Yeah.
That's why I pulled out the monster manual. Wanted to see, do commoners really have nothing?
Yeah, I mean, again, they're another thing that can get killed by a house cat.
Yeah.
Get killed by a rock. So, you all of you are standing in this alleyway. The bum completely runs off, and you hear shortly after, "Wait, hold up!" And you see flanking both sides of the alleyway are guards.
Ah, yes. What would you like?
Are you trying to peddle drugs to me, son?
No, we're actually trying to, figure out a problem that's in the city, and we're just looking for leads.
Wait. They're kind of quiet. Then one guy speaks up. Wait, I saw him talking to the vice captain the other day. Like, oh, you're that lot. What were you doing with Fast Jimmy?
We were looking into this squirrel thing.
That, one of them dead eyes isn't really worth talking to about that, if you ask us. Good luck to you, though. Just don't attack the homeless people.
Okay, we'll hesitate from harming anyone. We really don't want to harm anyone anyways, but yeah, no one else was giving us any information about the squirrels, and we figured we better to ask than someone that no one would believe.
They all kind of look at each other, and they just all start slowly dispersing.
So once they're fully gone, I'll walk up to Amarok. Well, it appears you are right.
I normally am.
The squirrels are connected to the black market.
Yeah, I mean... Oh,
That's a
goodness.
sentence that can only happen in D&D.
Yeah. I mean, I
I
didn't.
mean, all the things... What?
As far as you know.
Oh,
Well,
goodness.
Well, then we also have a lead to where we need to go, and a way of getting in.
Which we already had this information before.
Yeah, we've honestly just confirmed the information that we had before.
That's true. But they actually were telling us the truth.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Now, the question is, what do we do with this information?
well, we have information to A, where the black market is, and B, how to get in. Now, the thing about this is we also have a good in with the head guard captain of this town. So if we wanted to, we could trade the information in and wipe our hands of this entire endeavor, or we could look into it further if we wish.
The only
How
question
about we
I
get
have...
permission?
Hmm?
How about we get permission before we do anything? Because chances are there's going to be bloodshed, and I'd rather not have to fill out the paperwork.
Well, that would still involve talking to the guard captain either way.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I would suggest that the guard captain kind of picks out who he tells. Because was it odd that the guards just kind of appeared?
I mean, it's also this. The other weird thing about this is that, I mean, if we tell the guard captain, based on his personality, he's going to go blazing in there with a sword swinging over his head. He doesn't seem to be the subtle type.
There.
You also know he's the vice captain of the guards.
Well, I mean, he's the only lead that we have. We don't know the actual captain. We know the vice captain, but
I would just say that's fine.
But still, the vice captain would go in there swinging a sword over his head, ready to smite whoever got in his way. I mean, he's looking for the black market. We told him that there's a black market in this town. So if we told him, I don't think we would get much option to sneak into this area. Potentially, but it's a gamble on that end.
The only thing that bugs me, or actually, how many guards were there?
There was 3.
There's 3. Okay. That's not too weird, but it's still kind of weird.
I mean, to be fair, we did cause this commotion still near the town, still near the house that we...
You were literally right outside someone's house.
Yeah.
And we tackled a guy in an alleyway in broad daylight. And
That's a pretty reasonable response, honestly.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
And they weren't exactly
You guys
fast.
did. You two. Us 3 stayed back. You did. You 2 are the ones who did it.
yeah, you're still associates. You
Yeah.
watched.
And you didn't warn us either.
We were enraptured by the spectacle happening in front of us.
Amrock
how
was
often you
busy
see
solving
bum
the case.
fights?
Yeah, we solved a mystery, but now it's... Yeah, no. Didn't think we'd get this far.
We solved part of a mystery and got involved into a bigger conspiracy as a result.
See, I told you the squirrel mystery would have been exciting. But no, let's go with the spiders!
I mean, the spiders still worked out. This is potentially more dangerous than I initially thought, though.
Yeah. At least we saved a kid.
And in my defense, yeah, we saved a life versus saving someone a little bit of money.
Mm-hmm.
So, how do we want to handle this? Do we go talk to the vice captain and hopefully convince him into not just rushing in there? Or do we look into this a bit further ourselves before we're moving forward?
Ooh. If anything, we can at least give him the information and tell him to keep an eye on the area, so maybe the guards will do their own work.
Well, the thing is, I also am I still want to see how this plays out. I mean, not gonna lie, I'm actually kind of liking this whole detective thing.
Fair enough. I'm with whatever anyone else wants to do. I'm just kind of going with the flow here. Hasn't gotten me in too much trouble. Wait.
Yet.
Both of y'all smell horrible right now.
I cast precipitation on myself, and the person helping me out. So I'll cast it on him too.
Oh, thank you. For that, I will hesitate on the rabbit jokes.
Well then, shall we go talk to the vice captain then? I do want to convince him into allowing us to interfere further. I mean, we're already this far in, and we found information that they didn't.
That is true. We have been showing up with good news every time.
He's gonna love us at this point.
Oh yeah.
Especially considering that we're revealing the location of the black market, plus a way of getting into it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, let's go talk to the vice captain.
All right. So, as y'all head off toward the go meet the vice captain, I will say we should probably take a break right here. We have been going for 2 hours right now.
Oh yeah.
All right.
So,
Okay.
well, with that, we're going to go on a small break and see you in about 5-7 minutes. Grab a drink,
Yes, that's good.
grab a snack, enjoy yourselves. See you soon, everybody. Now. Hello, everybody, and we are back.
You guys were on your way to the vice the vice captain's place. It has currently been a day since the last time you've seen him.
Only a day.
Yeah. And as it's been a busy day, as you all cross into the door, you see someone else behind the counter, actually. And you see this kind of older guy. He's got kind of shaggy gray hair. He's currently jotting some notes down, filling out some paperwork. Like, hey, can I help y'all?
Yes,
Oh.
so we're looking for a Dreadslayer?
Oh, the vice captain. He's currently on patrol in the northeastern part of the city. Why you ask?
Oh, we
Well-
just had some information for him, but...
Oh, I could take down any information you have to give.
Well, who might you be? I'm Marcus. We haven't met yet.
Oh, I'm Stuckman. Okay.
Nice to meet you. I'm Cyrus.
Good to meet you. So what is this information you have to deliver to the guards?
We were potentially looking into a job about the squirrels that were attacking these people. We were merely looking to talk to the guards to let them know that we were going to be patrolling and we didn't want to draw any attention, and just let you know about that we're patrolling, looking into the squirrel matter, and we didn't want to alert the guards if that was going to be a problem or anything.
No, squirrel hunting, shouldn't interfere with guard duties.
Well, these squirrels are attacking inside of the city, so we will be looking for them around the city.
Mm-hmm. Okay, is that all you like to report?
Yes, that's all I'd like to report.
That's pretty much it, yeah. I also want to say hey to Dreadslayer. You know, kind of nice to us since we've entered the city.
No. Oh, I'm glad y'all are getting along. Well, y'all have a lovely evening.
You too.
And then I'll leave out. Once we're a good distance away. Well, I'm glad that y'all picked up on the cue there. We didn't know that guy, so I didn't want to give him information.
I didn't even have to say anything, and I'm awfully impressed.
Well, I do understand the bare necessities of conversation, but
Oh no, I meant
We
about
do-
not giving off the information to someone we don't know.
Well,
That's not college smarts. That's street smarts.
Well, we should go find Dreadslayer if we can. If he's doing a patrol, we should be able to find him on the other side of town.
What time is it by now?
It is getting past lunchtime right now.
We still have light to work with then.
Okay, great. Sooner we find Dreadslayer, the sooner we get lunch.
Well then,
Okay.
let's go find Dreadslayer.
Alright, so y'all are going to the northeastern part of town?
Yep.
Alright, make a perception check, actually. But both of y'all assume, because y'all are heading this. Oh,
I mean, not bad. 14 for me.
That is the exact same as I got.
14. Weirdly, y'all look around the northeastern part of town for a little bit, the little shopping districts and everything. You can't seem to find him.
He's
How about y'all attacking another homeless guy? That seemed to draw me in last time.
well, he's kind of hard to miss. It's odd.
There are like
We
shops
just
on
missed
this
him.
side of town. There's shops on this side of town, right?
Right.
I'll actually, what are some of the shops? Like something? Is there like something that has like a kind of like an outdoor stand that we with someone at it that we can talk to?
There's a few. There's a few, yeah. It's being a lot of farmers markets, of course, there's a few outdoor stalls.
I'll walk up to the nearest one. Excuse me.
Yes, can I help you?
I was wondering if you saw Vice Captain Dreadslayer.
Vice Captain Dreadslayer. No, I have not seen him all day.
Thank you. Sorry to bother you.
Would you like some frogs, though?
Frogs?
Yeah, sell frog legs.
Pre-cooked frog legs or uncooked frog leg?
Pre-cooked. And it zooms
How
out,
much
you are at a frog leg stand.
How much are they?
Hey, how much for the frog legs?
Alright. 2 silver a frog leg. You want a whole frog, that's 3 silver.
Because Marcus does not know how these taste, he will buy 1 frog leg.
Okay.
I too will
Oh,
buy a
thank
frog
you,
leg
sir.
because it is lunchtime.
Well, thank you, sir.
And then I'll have it. Is it like a grilled one or fried?
Yeah, it's a grilled one.
Boiled.
It's a raw frog leg.
Oh,
Ugh.
No, it is grilled.
Oh, thank you.
yeah, but
Alright.
I mean-
You chew in it. It's very chewy. Very chewy, but it's got this gaminess that you tend to like to it.
it tastes a little like chicken.
I haven't had one of these in a while.
Well then, with that out of the way, so that
Y'all have a
person
lovely
didn't
day.
You too, sir.
and then I'll once we walk away from the booth. Well, so the captain hasn't been seen on this side of town by that person, and this person's been running the stall, I would assume, most of the day. So if the captain's on patrol, that is odd.
Since 10 a.m., I don't open for breakfast.
I had walked away from the stall.
Okay.
He followed you.
I did.
It's like he picked up his entire stand and follows us.
It's on wheels.
He hopes we'll buy more,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, that's odd. Since, what was his name again? Who was behind the desk?
Stuckman.
Stuckman. Stuckman either lied or did not know that something happened to Dreadslayer.
so we potentially have someone who is in on this, or knows nothing about what's going on, and this is a dead lead. But we do know a location, something we can look into. But
In
we
other
also
words-
can't be seen going there.
Yeah, and yeah, it looks like we're not getting town guard's permission, because if we did, we could possibly alert them.
So I think we have to make our moves on this by ourselves.
I'm sure
But we
Dreadslayer
do
would
need-
approve.
But we do need to find ways of making ourselves distinguished.
So are we like in the middle of like the market area?
Yeah, pretty
We
much.
only have
There's a good bit of
conversations in the
people
middle of
moving
the
around
street.
y'all.
Mhm.
Yeah, y'all have very public meetings.
Yeah.
We need somewhere that we can buy cloth. I have an idea, but we can't be seen going to this location. Otherwise, people will start keeping a closer eye on us. We need to go buy some cloth.
Oh, if only we knew someone who did that.
Oh, and he deals in silk. That's a bit pricey for what I'm going for, but yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
So just some rough cloth that can be maybe done with some patch job.
All
So
right.
we can go back to the general store, get some burlap sacks, and cut them open.
That could
That's as
work,
cheap
yeah.
as you're gonna get.
Yeah. We don't need this to look good, just convincing enough.
There's also Michael's miscellaneous rags a few stalls over.
I mean, if that's a real booth, yeah, let's go to it.
Yeah, that's a real move. Like, hey, you want some work rags? I got work rags. That was part of a nobleman's shirt. That was part of a burlap sack. That was part of it. I got rags. You need rags? I'm your man. I'm Michael's rags man.
Well, Michael, we are in a position where we need to get basic clothing for some people who are in dire need. If we're not
I
asking
sell
you to make
clothing. I sell clothing that was once clothing and is now rags.
we don't need you to sell the clothing. We just need to buy the rags so that we can fashion some clothing. I do believe,
Do that.
if I remember right, and then Marcus starts listing off the measurements that fit people in our group, but because he has everyone's measurements.
That is
Because that's not creepy at all.
that's sadly true.
Because he was at the tailor with y'all and watching as you were getting measured.
He's looking at you weird, and then when you list the girls, he's very weirdly staring at you. Hey, I guess you want some uncut rags. I don't normally do that. Normally just sell bags of rags. Alright, I'll get you a grab bag, I guess.
Grab a bag of rags.
Yeah. This was all one long joke, build up for that one joke. The guy, my sense of humor is terrible. And he kind of digs through some crates for a bit, and he's like, here's some uncut stuff that should work for y'all.
Thank you very much.
How much for all this?
Just gold for all of it.
I'll cover it. You are helping people in dire need. Thank you, sir. And then I'll give them the gold and take the rags.
No problem. Come get a grab bag. You ever need more rags?
I'll recommend
You bring your own-
services.
Bring your own bag. I'll take away a few silver. Also take in old rags.
So, once we're away, let's go back to the inn, and I'll put something together, and we'll head out. I mean, we know the source, so we know where to head. We don't have to head there immediately, but we do know where to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's go up to the end. You can grab some lunch while I work on this.
Right.
What is the name of the inn again?
The end is the polished glass.
Okay, yeah.
Now, DDM, there aren't I don't think, clove making tools. I do have leather working tools. I'm just trying to put something together basic.
Well, you actually open the bags. You actually see he gave you a lot of old clothes that he didn't cut up into rags yet.
Oh, cool. So then I just have to do a patch job on some of them.
I'd say you'd have a basic needle and thread on you.
All right.
All right, but you get the works. You get some standard, various old farm clothes and stuff. One that says "I'm with stupid" on it.
Now, I'm trying. Now, the way I'm trying to tailor these is in a certain way to where they can just be slipped on over what we are wearing, which is going to be harder for Luna because, be harder for Maddie because she's wearing armor, and I'm wearing light armor, so.
A problem you do notice in between, you're having to hem out one of the outfits for Amarok majorly.
Like, occasionally I'll call them back to my room and go full tailor mode, but it's probably pretty bad because these are raggedy clothes that haven't been cut up yet. So I'm just tailoring whatever clothes I can fit onto them in a ragtag fashion.
All right.
Do I need to make some type of roll for this?
Let's say general dex.
Do I need to make multiple rolls or just one?
I'm going to say just one's fine.
Make mine a disadvantage.
All right, because I've good dex. That's a 20 total, not a critical. It's 20 total.
Okay, that's fine. You get it all pretty well made. Also, I sent in the chat what Amarok's going to look like. It's Raphael from Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Yes.
And that was original shirt, just didn't fit at all.
And as part of each of the outfits, I'm going to try to make kind of a hood that we can put over our faces and wraps for the face to cover our faces.
For 20, I'll take to do that.
All right. That way we don't have to remove our armor, but we also don't stand out. Well, we're going to stand out, but we're not ourselves. We're not ourselves, is what I mean.
Yep.
Look, coming down the street, it's the Patchwork Gang.
Oh, good.
The rival to Squirrel Gang.
Yeah.
Okay, would anyone else like to do any more preparations before y'all head on this little trip?
No.
Got nothing I can do. I'm gonna look at the holy symbol. Cordell.
Cordell. Okay. So you're just looking at it?
I guess. I don't know what else to do with it.
Okay. You look at it pretty intensely. It's a holy symbol. You notice a halberd's on it, so you're like, oh, hey, that's cool.
I have one of those.
Hey, I know that one. I've used that one. I've used that one.
Yeah. Alright. And as y'all are having a nice lunch, just meat and potatoes again. Eventually, eventually Marcus comes down. All the consonants in his party.
Well, Marcus will come down and tell people to meet up in our rooms. Well, it's not much, but I put together some lovely outfits for everyone.
Ah,
Should be enough to not draw too
Fine,
much.
lovely.
Should be enough to not draw too much. Well, again, it will draw attention, but it won't be us. So it'll be better than people noticing us.
fair. There's also, we've been getting a lot of stares since we've been here.
So, so, he'll lead everyone back up to his room, and he'll hand everyone these clothing, and essentially, most of them are designed in a way that they look like long robes, like clothing that's been readjusted to long robes to just cover everything, because it's just something that he threw together, and they have a hood piece and face wrapping and hand wrapping.
What's the weather like?
We're all going to sweat.
Let me actually pull up my weather table.
Halt.
Yes, I have that for this situation.
I was thinking, it's like, didn't think I'd need this because there wasn't a druid in the party, but no, apparently I need it.
It is currently a sunny day.
Nah, man, it's gonna be hot. This is like burlap rags, and it's gonna be hot, but it'll work.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like cold-natured guy too, so I kill over a stroke before we get there.
Just because it's in Marcus's nature, though, the clothes that he puts on do look a little bit nicer than y'all. It's still rags, but you know.
Yeah. But
So
alright.
So let's head off to the Misty Step. I think that's.
Should we put these on for after leaving, where we're not seen leaving with them on?
Well, the real question is, where will we change? We have to be careful and change in an alleyway, I guess.
Well, that's
It's
easy.
better than walking out in front of people.
True. So stow it for now, and then let's find our way to an alleyway, and we'll have to try to be inconspicuous about this. So let's give our best and change in the alleyway. Maybe also don't come out the same alleyway, because it would look real suspicious then.
Yeah.
Make
There's
sure you all
watches.
come out snapping so people won't be distracted.
His watches go in, come out in rags, and they're like, what are these tourists doing here?
Well, hey there, stranger. What are you buying? But
Alright. So,
we'll make our way to
I'm
an
gonna
alleyway.
say, yeah, I'm going to say make a perception check to see if y'all can find one pretty unoccupied or not a lot of people around.
All of us make one.
I'll say 2 of y'all can helmet.
1, 2, 3.
Please, anyone with actual perception.
Yeah.
I can do it.
I have no perception.
1, 2, 3. Nose
I can
goes.
do it.
I really,
I
yeah,
can do
I
it.
say I don't have it.
I do. That is a 19.
Look, Maddie, for being one of the least shady people in this entire group, or anyone you've met really, you find a perfectly hidden alleyway very quickly.
She just walks up and she goes, "Is this it?"
looks like
It seems
this looks
you've
like
done
the
this
type of
before.
alleyway. This looks like that type of alleyway where people perform evil acts.
You look at the least evil smelling alleyway and go there.
Also, is there any foliage like in this part of town?
Not really. It's not a lot of foliage in town.
Huh.
But while you're on your journey there, as you go into the western part of town, it is a bit of a tone shift from the rest of town. You do notice a few other people that seem kind of strung out in a similar way that the bum you met earlier was. Also, you do see a few people that are straight just laid out on the side of the road, just asking for gold or handouts as you go by. Some just look completely dazed and aren't even moving. Definitely a little bit of tone shift from what you're used to in town. You do find this alleyway, and yeah, you do find this alleyway, and all of you get changed pretty quickly.
Yeah.
All right, and now the finishing touches. Everyone's staying close together now. And then
Right.
once we're all together, I will cast precipitation. Except I will use it this time to make us dirtier, and also smell bad.
All right. He does it, and the wind kind of blows slightly, and dust from the ground just kicks up on all of you, and you just feel like you need a shower.
I feel like I'm a bad influence on you people. Because this is brilliant.
What's that feeling?
Okay, you need a bath.
Trust me, this I hate this feeling right here, but it's necessary.
After the second month, you kind of get used to it. Anyways.
I hope I never get used to this.
Alright. So y'all make your way over to Misty Night.
Yeah.
Well,
So as you get closer to it, well, yeah, it's an inn.
Okay. Well, suddenly we're homeless people. So, yeah.
Yeah, as you
Look
get
at
closer to
oh,
it,
they
you
don't
actually
have
see
money.
you see more people. There's a pretty heavy drinking presence around. There's a lot of kind of disheveled people out front. It seems like there's even some people that look like they're a little drug out up front as well. And as you go inside, it's kind of a rough crowd as well. A good bit of the clientele kind of turns and looks as soon as the door opens. Most people just kind of shrug and look away as you go, but some are kind of eyeing y'all uneasily.
I would like to kind of also change my walking pattern. Whereas normally I'm more like upright. You notice that I'm just kind of like slunched a little bit, just kind of dragging around.
Okay.
Like I'm acting this out. I'm in full character.
All right. Make a performance check, just out of curiosity.
Okay. 16 plus 6.
Oh yeah, you're owning it. Even able to pick up some of the habits you've seen of people around you.
Marcus tries to follow his lead. I mean, that seems generally a good thing. Walking too properly.
It is kind of stiff and weird from you.
Well, here's the thing. I actually rolled for it, and this is why I hate that we don't have video, because that's a natural 20. Why do I get natural 20s on dumb things?
Well, everyone would have made fun of you if you failed this, so congratulations. You saved your self-esteem another day.
For a second, you
fine
honestly,
anyway.
for a second, you probably actually think Marcus hurt himself.
Marcus is just like slowly impressing Cyrus, like each moment today.
Yeah, as the outfits go on, the twins and Amarok, you notice the instant change in Amarok and Cyrus. It seems like they've been like this their whole life. It's weird.
I guess I'd like to stammer up to the bar.
All right. So you shuffle up to the bar. You see, you see an older gentleman behind the bar. You see he's got a shaved head with kind of some wispy hairs on the side. He's very burly and hairy. Just looks pretty rough himself. He's got big bags under his eyes, and he's like, "What y'all in for?"
We're just have a long day, and we're really needing something to drink.
Hey, gonna get you.
Yeah, if we could have anything, it'd be real good if you had, sir, like, if you had like a warm glass of ice or something like that.
He kind of cocks an eyebrow and he just kind of nods and it's like, "Yeah, I got some in the back."
Bless me.
He kind of nods to another person in the bar and they come up and take his place and he's like, "All right, keep the ice maker in the back." And he walks over to the side and opens the door and kind of stands at it and signals for all of you to go in front of him.
I just like kind of change my facial expression like to where only he can see it, to where I just like nod, like understanding.
Do all y'all go in?
Yeah, I'll walk
Yeah.
there, haggardly walk.
All right.
I'll bring up the rear.
Back as well.
Twins, y'all go in? Alright. So the five of you all go to the five of y'all go there and he shuts the door behind and he lashes the door shut and he's like, "Alright, what y'all in for?"
Well, we were actually some bandits along the road, and we ran into a group that actually told us to come here.
Said that we could find things that you couldn't find necessarily up top. So maybe we were looking to see if we could potentially find some lines, or you know what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah. Look for some bolts. I getcha. Yeah, I can help you there. He walks over to the cider room. It seems like mostly a wine storage room, and he picks up a barrel and rolls it to the side, and he reaches down and picks up a board, and a whole trapdoor seems to open. He's like, "Go down there. Should be able to find everything you need. Want some bolts? Go to the nest. They're currently running the drug trade in this town."
Thank you. I say it was like a little
Do good.
twitch.
Well, your
And-
first time here, right?
Yeah, first time.
Alright. Ain't no rules down there, so you gotta fend for yourself. Just don't. If you got a personal issue, we'd rather you take it outside of here. The place serves as a sanctuary between some of the biggest organizations in this that operate in this area. So we're trying to keep that balance regulated. So especially
We
if
won't
you have
cause
any if you have any beef with one of them, you won't find any help down there.
Sure. And you said the vault was where again?
You can find some bolts at the nest. It's run by some guy named Crane.
Crane.
Goes by that
anyways.
anyways.
All right. Yeah.
Got any affiliation with the Chainbirds?
No, we were actually just recommended this way.
Alright. It's run by a chain bird group. Let's go down there. You're welcome to spend as much time as you want there. There's safe house lodging for people down there as well. You can get drinks and food down there as well. Just yeah, place serves as it's not just a black market. It's kind of underground lair for, us unsightly folk.
You hear that, guys? We could actually not be in the streets.
Yeah, we can find a little bit of a safe haven for once.
Alright. It costs gold, though. Y'all are good for that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
If we're looking for a vault, we get
got
gold.
Good. If not, you can find work down there.
This is even better. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Well, lot to the promised land. And then Marcus heads down, like hovels down.
I like motion the rest of you so like I'm in the rear.
Okay. Alright, so all y'all go down?
Mm-hmm.
You guys just go.
Can I take note of numbers or anything else we might see?
People down there?
Yeah.
Currently looking down, it's kind of a dark way to there, but yeah, I'll describe it to you shortly.
Okay.
You want to know what you smell? You smell a lot.
Oh yeah, I'm getting high just from contact here.
Yeah.
Secondhand high here.
Yeah. Alright, twins, you are going down as well?
Along for the ride.
Yep.
Alright. Y'all go down, and Cyrus, you're the last one in line.
Mm-hmm.
And do you say anything or just bring up the rear?
I just bring the rear, but like act anxious. Like, yeah.
Okay. And he eases the trapdoor down beneath you, and you hear him slide the barrel up back on top of it.
Okay. I'd like to take note of that.
Yeah. Alright, and you guys make your way down the short staircase down. Well, not short, it's a little bit of a walk down. But as you go down, Amrock in particular, your senses are assaulted. It's burning a bit. Like, you've noticed ever since this treatment's happened, you can't really stand too close to campfires without it burning. You kind of got that feeling in your nostrils right now.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm deeply offended that we all stink.
And as you get to the base of it, you see another person kind of just kind of leaning next to a door, like, let me know when you want out. I'll give a signal up top to let you out.
Thank you.
He nods to you, and as y'all pass by, he shuts the door and locks it behind him. And you all turn around and look, and this place is pretty big and sprawled out, actually. While you find yourself in this underground cavern, it seems like there's some natural cave systems down here that they built into. But you see there's a few stalls and mats round about here, but it seems like itself you see an actual bar itself was built down here as well, and you even see built into the wall seems some kind of dumbwaiter that is currently lowering down a big batch of food that you see is getting passed out to people sitting at tables down there. It seems like the Misty Knight was actually hiding a secret bar the entire time on top, under the real bar. But you look around, you see there's bums, there's your average street thugs, there's people of all sorts. Surprising enough, you even see a goblin or so down here.
And we didn't see any, like, up top?
Nope. You know, with the tension of the tribe war, goblins are really not welcome in some areas of the Emerald Expanse.
Well, now that we're down here, and we're taking it in, I try to like pull our group off to the side where we're far enough away that people can't immediately see us or hear us. And then, well, I'll look for somewhere quiet that we can go to and talk without being without having too much attention drawn to ourselves.
Okay.
It's okay. As long as we look shady, we'll blend in.
The
Fair enough.
place
I mean,
itself is kind of densely packed. It's not too crazy in here, but for the underground cavern space it is, there's a lot of people everywhere. You do notice some kind of paths to the side and some like little doors built into the walls that seem to be there as well.
So when we're off to the side, okay, I didn't say it. I'll whisper this part, but okay, I didn't say it before, but I'm a little excited. And then a proper case. I think we have a knack for this.
Well, the only thing that we're missing, an escape route.
Well, we have one way out, but we need to potentially find another. And as long as we don't cause too much of a ruckus, maybe we can also use that way out. But we also need to find another way out just in case we can.
Just keep an eye out.
Worry about say, Luna?
There has to be more than one way out. I mean, there's people
mean-
here, and there could be a raid. There has to be other ways out.
That's true. So we have to find
We
that
just
other way.
Yes, we need a backup way just in case. I mean, unlucky, we could potentially get a raid while we're down here.
Ooh. What if we look for work? Like, hear me out.
I mean,
If we look for work, then we might be told where to go to exit.
as long as we don't do anything too shady, fine by me.
If we do anything shady, it should be out of here. Because this is the safe haven.
I mean, DM, I know that this is like a really like packed area, but it's like, can I try? I mean, this is gonna be a bit of a stretch. I'll see if I can hear the sounds of people like working, like I figure if there's gonna be any place where people are potentially working on weapons, it potentially be down here.
Make a perception check.
Not bad, 15.
15. You do hear the clanking of metal, actually, toward the back of the area, past a few of the tents that you can't see currently.
Well, from that, I can hear the sound of a potential lead for myself.
Well, see, here's the thing. We need to come up with a way of connecting this, whatever future job we could be getting, with our case.
Also, other question, DM. When we got those bandits and we had like took their stuff away, did we see any markings that marked them as being members of the Chainbird?
No, you did not.
So we got no clue what that mark. We were.
Yeah, you also do not know what that mark would have looked like.
Yeah, so we can't use that as a way. Well, if we can find a member of the Chainbirds and get a look at what their mark is, I potentially have a way for us to, if we're willing, to use that as a way of getting a little leverage around this town. I have a way of putting marks on things, and I could it'd be like a temporary tattoo.
Yeah.
Can you do that on people?
Yeah, precipitation. You can put marks on. You can put marks on different things, but you have to like you could create. Well, let me look at the specifications of it.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
It says you can put it on a surface, or a surface or an object. So I don't know. Maybe that works on. Maybe you could use that on people.
I'm going to say no for the purposes of that. It says surface. I think it means like a non-organic.
Well, I
An
mean,
object.
yeah. Well, other than that, I don't think I have a way. But with our current look, all we'd have to do is maybe change our aesthetic a bit to suit the task that we're going for. I mean,
like this?
at the end of the day, you're still a performer yourself.
Yeah. So I'd say like this, and I cast minor illusion to put a mask on myself.
Oh, yes, like something like that. Actually, I have a way of changing my entire aesthetic. I'm not going to cast it now. I have very limited spells, but I have a way of changing my aesthetic.
Hmm.
If I need to. But it only works on me.
Yeah, same. So
Well,
we have to. Well, the big thing is we're a party of 5.
I'm not saying that we work at one place, but we keep it a low key as we possibly can. Gather what information we can, and have a mutual meeting point for us to discuss.
I'd actually like to look at, like the 3 of you and be like, are you comfortable with splitting up?
If we have to, I'd rather not have to. Girls, I want to point out this. While we're down here, y'all are not kids, you're not girls. People down on
Fair
your
point.
luck here.
Fair point. If you can do your best, make sure that no one knows. Keep yourself covered as much as possible down here. I mean, if it's one thing up there, but down here, there's all sorts of people.
Gotcha.
Got it.
Rule of thumb, assume that everybody here wants you dead.
Then, how about this?
They're worse than death.
How about this? What about 2 and 3? It'll be easier to get work at certain places if we have fewer people, but it would be me and one other person, and one of us would go with the twins.
Okay.
How about it, Emrock? You're already taking the role of Big Brother. Or
Well,
Sounds alright to me.
the only thing is, no offense, to you, Emrock. I don't want to put you in an awkward position where you have to do, I don't want to put you in that awkward situation where you have to get both you and the twins out of trouble.
Let's just try to avoid all of that. But push comes to shove.
we keep ourselves low key and gather information. And no one goes anywhere by themselves if you can avoid it.
Mm-hmm.
The furthest that we break our groups down are into groups of 2 and 3, and nothing less. And we talk together. We make sure that we have a rendezvous point before the day is out, and on every day that we stay down here. I mean, we do have a general location of where that person operating with the squirrels is.
Right. Do you remember, this is just like me talking. Didn't he say it was like a dwarf or something?
I don't think Marcus ever relayed the information of what he knew about the drugs, but
Oh,
no,
that's
he
right.
did not say it was the dwarf.
Okay, yeah. It was the dwarven mafia or something like that.
He was working with this town's basically mafia doing a job, and oh, well, are you asking about the other drug?
It might have been the other drug that I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
you
the
were
other
thinking,
drug.
yeah, you're thinking of the sour shrooms.
Yeah,
Apparently, that's what he used to sell down here.
Okay.
He used to sell sour shrooms. He got his business stopped, and then he ended up working with these other people, and we have no clue what he gains out of doing these random attacks on the surface, but we do have a general location of where this person is.
So, we know it's drug related. So it might be this drug that's going around right now.
But it could also just be a distraction. I mean, this person's making small attacks that would draw attention, but not do anything too major.
Yeah. But then we have to figure out what he has to gain for that.
Yes, but we also have to find them if we want to do that.
Right.
So, how about we work off of this?
Real quick, I'd like oh, hang on. Oh, never mind. I kind of wait. All y'all are covered up pretty well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still covered.
Okay.
I'm still an 8-foot tall guy.
Yeah. Out of y'all's peripheral. Yeah, y'all see some shifting figures, kind of hurrying off out of the side of y'all's vision.
Hurrying away from us?
Yeah.
Let's see if we can
Cutting glances at us.
Does
it look like? Yeah, sorry.
Amarok, you being pretty perceptive, you make a perception check. Because I assume you'd be looking at it anyways.
I'm looking at it. No. 11 plus 14.
Okay. You noticed there was two figures that were starting to round a corner. They stopped and looked at you and just turned and started to, after a turn, started walking away.
I'm gonna nod towards that, get everyone's attention to that.
Let's.
Trouble.
Should we follow them?
Well, we've been made in some way, shape, or form.
So let's try to blend into the crowd a bit and keep tabs.
Let's say we found our lead.
Okay.
If no one is circle up around me for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'll do is, since they saw this disguise, I'm gonna cast Disguise Self on myself and make myself look like this just like really scrawny, haggard person. This really scrawny, haggard human wearing like just further rags, and make my way out into the street.
Okay.
To see if I can follow these people and see where they're going, and but follow behind me, but not too. You see what I look like, so follow behind me, but not so far, not too close to draw attention to that you're following me. I'll go a bit ahead of you, so I can see if I can see where they're going.
Fair enough.
All right. Well, for tracking these people, make me a survival check real quick.
Oh.
Still not bad. That's a 16.
Oh, jeez.
Again, I'm the one doing the perception and survival, but I have 0 to both.
So, you start to ease way through town's new ragged form. No one's really paying you much mind. There's plenty of people like that. Occasionally, someone will be like, "Hey, buddy, you want something?" Just like general passes that you just asking, trying to haggle stuff, and eventually you get to the back, and you see there's a little stand called the Nest. And you see these two figures standing in front of it, and make a perception check for me real quick.
Why are we not video? That's a natural 20, but we're...
What?
Yeah.
You see this, and you kind of stand at the edge of a tent, to like obscuring yourself enough to where you could just hear, but out of sight of them. And you're, it's gotta be. There's a freakishly big one amongst them, and there's 5 of them. I think it's the people that attacked us. And you hear a more quiet, still voice. So the people that completely ran over your group that was supposed to provide some services for us. It's here. Now it's our problem. It's like, well, yeah, if you want us to be hired and work for y'all and keep bringing you stuff in, you should care. These people are dangerous. There's no need. No need to cause a ruckus right now. It isn't our fault that your lot got killed. It happens. Besides, you lived, now grow stronger from it. And both of them just kind of grit their teeth angrily and just kind of stunned, not sure what to say. Marcus, you do recognize this as the 2 bandits that you turned into the town guard.
Do I recognize the voice of the person talking to them?
You do not. But with your nat 20, you go look over, and you see a very slender man with dark black hair cut real closely. He's wearing black leather armor. And you see he has long sleeves on, but at the edge of his wrist, you see a chain tattoo wrapped around it.
Alright. I'll make a note of that.
And he's like, now, you're supposed to lay low anyways. No one's supposed to know you're out of jail yet. So, go make yourself scarce. Don't let them know you've seen them. And don't react if they come over here. Now, get off, both of you. Go. And both of them kind of scurry off into the crowd.
Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to try to blend into the crowd more, but I want to see where they're going.
Right.
Like if I can.
Okay, make another survival check.
16.
Unfortunately, you're into some familiar territory, and you concentrating on trying to blend in and some unfamiliar scene, you lose them.
Well then, I'll circle back around, try not walking right to my group, but circle back around, try to get their attention without alerting too many people, and then kind of duck into an alleyway.
All right, y'all kind of duck in behind some other tents. You notice some parts of this seem to be reserved to be like a little shantytown area. You kind of go over there, and not really a lot of people bother you there.
I'll then drop my disguise, and I'll be wearing my rags and stuff again. But we've been had some. Those two were bandits. They were the bandits that we let survive.
How are they out?
That's the real question. We only told one person, and that one person just so happens to be missing currently.
So, Could it be Dreadslayer? Or could it be his higher up?
Well, the person they were talking to wasn't Dread Slayer, but it could be potentially his higher up. We haven't met his higher up, so we don't know who that is. And I did see a chamber tattoo, I think, around that person's wrist.
Interesting.
So it's definitely those bandits higher up.
Wait, did the bandits have a tattoo?
I never saw them. This person had a tattoo around their wrist, though.
Well, the only reason I'm saying is if the bandits didn't have a tattoo, then maybe they're not actually part of it. Maybe just hired.
Either way.
Yeah, that's here nor there.
We brought those to the prison. They were taken off to the prison, and as far as we were concerned, they were dealt with. But now they're down here, which means someone had to let them out.
Maddie and Luna, you recognized religious symbol, right?
Yes.
So, mind telling me what, I guess, that religion's based around?
DM.
I'll say that.
Y'all didn't take notes.
I can actually look. I have an actual notebook.
I mess with you. Let me pull up my sheet on her.
Lorelei,
Yeah, Lorelei.
Heroes and Sacrifice. That's actually all the notes I got, actually. Things were going fast. I had to take notes.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, Lorelei, Maddie Luna, for everything y'all have studied of Lorelei, one of her followers doing something like this sounds very out of place, especially a practicing one. And for everything you've seen of him, he is a practicing a member of the church. Even said like a very common phrase amongst them when he said he owed y'all a great debt and he's willing to make a sacrifice for you. That's a pretty big phrase for them, so you don't think that's something a fake follower of theirs would just throw out.
Maddie would mention this.
So,
Well,
he seemed to share, the blessings of Lorelei. And if that's the case, with your best judgment, would you actually think he was capable?
No. When you are very strict to your faith, the way he is, I just don't see it.
I'll trust your judgment.
well, we still don't know who his captain is.
Right.
I mean, he's the vice captain. He has someone he answers to, which that person would definitely have the power to let them out of jail. We don't know who the captain of the guard is.
Right.
So,
But what I'm getting at is we have a problem. Because Dreadslayer's missing.
we also have another problem.
Maddie, to put it really on the nose, in her religious practices, a good bit of it is honoring those who have lost, sacrifice yourself before others, and selflessness, and things that are heresy to her is cowardness and selfishness.
Yeah. So, pretty much what I'm saying is our ally is missing.
Well, we have two problems because they know that we're down here. I overheard the conversation. When they were looking at us, they were afraid. I mean, unfortunately for us, we have a member of our party that no matter how far you disguise him, just cut an image.
Yes.
There are 5 of us and one of us is really tall. So
I'm back
they've
to
already
glaring.
so they already know that we are down here.
Right. They don't know what we
They're
look like besides our friend here.
Well, here's the thing: the bandits know what we look like because those were the bandits that we stopped outside of town.
Yes,
So,
but if they're
So-
smart, they wouldn't be near the area, would they?
well, I tried to follow them and they disappeared into the crowd, but they were told to lay low, so they're trying to lay low, and they know what we look like. They were told not to act right now, but that just means that it could be giving us breathing space. We have to be on extra guard. So back to our previous conversation, I don't think that we need to separate. Separating, if they already know that we're down here, separating would also cause a bigger problem. They could just surround us.
Not to mention, it means we don't have much time, because if they're laying low, then we technically have a time limit where we can infiltrate before they act. Yes, we might be walking into a trap, but it's the best thing we've got so far.
I mean, the main thing is that we know that the Chambers are involved in this. We don't know what the connection between the bandits and the Chambers are, other than the fact that it seems like from the conversation they were having that they were working together. So we know that the Chambers are involved in this. So, but the other thing that's important for us to do right now, though, is we need to go ahead and try to find an exit out of here besides the front door, because they could have already gotten word to that exit.
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
Alright, we need to find an exit.
So before we do anything else, we need to find our way out, and then we go from there.
Okay. So, how do y'all go about this?
So I think that the exits some of them could be, now based on some of the buildings, do they look like they're connected to the roof of this place?
So, while it is a mostly natural cave, there is some wooden parts to it. You see, there's the dumbwaiter leading up. That's one of the few possible other exits you could see, but very not the most apt way. Other than that, you see the wooden doors built in the side of the walls that seem to lead into other rooms in the side of this place. But other than that, hard to tell what all could be hidden down here.
So DM, tell me, since you described it as my sense of smell being assaulted when I walked through the door, right? It stands to reason there'd be a stream of fresh air coming in from the entrance or any other exit, correct?
There would.
Would I be able to follow that, find it?
Make a perception check with advantage.
Okay. Advantage. I need that. 13 plus 3, 16.
16.
Yep.
So, it takes you a second, but you concentrate, and with your hood drawn, you go slightly bestial for a second just to get a good, just their senses heightened just enough to where you can try and feel where this airflow is coming from. You do feel a bit of a breeze, and it was coming from the same direction you heard the clanking of metal earlier.
We have a possible exit down that way. I guarantee it. It's a possibility. Figure it out.
Well, let's see if we can confirm it and head that way.
Mm-hmm.
Because if that's our exit, we can't get too far away from it.
Okay.
Right.
Right. So, you go over to that side, and you see one of the biggest stalls you've seen yet. And it is the Pantheon in the back. I got World in the front, so gotta swap around massively. You see a place called Gobbo's Grabbers. and you currently see a big a stand full of everything. It really looks like the most flea market-like stall you've seen in your life. But your eyes are caught by some pretty interesting things from it. In particular, Marcus, make an appraisal check.
What's appraisal for this?
Intelligence.
So, so it just rolls a d20 and add my intelligence.
Yeah, if you don't have appraisal. Well,
what's
Cyrus,
status
you have it,
that
don't you?
Yeah, I have it.
Yeah, you roll it too.
Okay. Oh, okay. That was actually a not 20.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Mine was a 19 because I don't have appraisal. I don't know what skill that is, but I have a
That's fine.
5 I have a 5 intelligence mod.
Okay. So, something both of y'all are dead set on. You see, on the side, there's actually two things in metal cages. One cage says magic, the other cage says rocks. You're taken aback by it, but looking in a cage that says rocks, you see actual ingots of mithril and cold iron. And in the other one, you see magic. You see a mace and a ring. You also see other things. You see various vials. You see yeah, it's mainly just vials. This is the other thing you see that actually sticks out. But you do see miscellaneous swords and armor all scrunched about in the place, and other items. And behind it,
sorry.
And behind it, you see one goblin manning, and an older-looking goblin. Behind it, you see a bunch of goblins rummaging through a cart right now, seeming to take everything that's worth anything out of it.
Does it look like they're manning the stall, or like are they running the stall as far as it looks?
Yeah. But
okay.
Amarok, you do feel the breeze coming from behind where they are. You see a decently sized cave that behind them, and you estimate there must be some kind of exit that they brought this cart in this underground place in the first place.
They're bringing these carts in. Figure it's safe there.
Well, we have our exit then, but also I'm gonna try to do this sleight of hand cast detect magic with my screwdriver.
Okay, make sleight of hand.
That's a 22 because sleight of hand is one of my things.
Okay, yeah, there is magic coming from the mace, the ring, and also there's one vial that looks like it's full of mud that has a magic vibe coming from it as well.
And what's the school of magic that I'm kind of getting from the stuff? I don't get any more than the schools, but it gives me the schools of magic if they have any.
I'm just thinking of specifications. Enchantment from both of them, and the mud one's kind of more like raw magic than anything. It doesn't really have an actual school to it.
Yeah. You there behind the counter.
Yes. Buy something.
Well, these are some nice rocks you have here.
Yes. Very, very nice. Very shiny. Very, very hard. Very good stuffy.
How much are these rocks?
Okay. The blue rocks are 400 gold apiece. The cold iron ones are 500 gold apiece.
And these in these cages, these weapons, and this ring, how much are these?
The ring, 300 gold. The mace, 500 gold.
Yes. Let me talk with my associates here real quick. and I'll kind of like hobble spin back around. So that person has some real nice stuff over there. Very expensive stuff.
And also, I'll take it back. It wasn't a piece. It was 500 gold for all the cold iron and 400 for all the mithril.
So that's a. Yeah, Marcus is definitely into the material, but he's also interested in the weapons.
Let's see.
I honestly just want to get out of here right now.
Yeah, you were describing how to get out. In the middle of it, you noticed that Marcus is already talking to the shopkeeper.
Yeah. I guess I would like to reach in, like, my pocket where, like, the gym is. And, like, while he's talking, start casting, like, distort value.
Distort value, what's that?
It's a new spell from. It's one of the. It's a new spell from the Wild Mount book, but
Essentially, it's an illusion magic where an object no more than 1 foot in size, I double the object's perceived value. Or I can reduce it by half.
Oh. I'll say make a sleight of hand check real quick.
Okay. That is a 12 plus 6, so 18.
Okay. Alright. Yeah, it looks a lot shinier, nicer. That makes it worth 100 gold.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much, I would, yeah, go up to me like, oh, what can we get in exchange for this?
Ooh. Ooh, this is nice. This is very nice. 80 gold. 80 gold.
I could get this, get more out of this up top.
Yeah, I know you won't.
Trust me, I will. I've been priced at least 120.
Take a deception roll.
That was a 12 plus. Where's my? There's 6. So 12 plus, yeah, 18.
I also like he's talking to Silas right now, right?
Yeah.
I try to sleight of hand the ring. Because
It is currently in a steel cage.
so it's like in a cage or a metal box or something. Like is there spacing in between the bars?
Not enough to get your hand through.
Then never mind then. There goes that.
Yeah, I guess since it's goblins, they have tiny hands, so.
Yeah.
And what are these cages connected to?
They're not connected to anything.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Okay, so
Now, Amarok is visibly getting irritated and unsettled by still standing inside the thieves' den.
Understandable.
Am I seeing any of this bargaining going on?
Yeah, you are currently. As you see the goblin.
Fine, 95.
95 and let's see. Is that route out there, open passage? I just kind of like point like where the cart, like the tunnel or whatever.
What route?
Well, this cart had to get here. We have guards on our tail back there. We'd like to pass this way, if you don't mind.
Okay, give me that, you can use our passage.
As I just give you no gold at all?
Yes. Normally, only our people can use it.
Alright, you cut me in a tough deal here. But I have no other choice. Take it.
And he swipes it out of your hand, and he pulls up another cage out from under the table and sticks it in it.
As I like look towards everyone, it's like, well, we got a way out.
All right. So, so you guys, what else do you do with this goblin?
I guess.
Well then, yes.
We describe like Dreadslayer pretty accurately, right?
Yeah.
All right. I do want to ask if he, like, if he's seen like, Dreadslayer, like not giving him by name, but like describing him accurately, and if so, point us in the opposite direction. Because we don't want to be caught by him.
Wait, what are you doing again? I'm confused.
Asking if he's seen Dreadslayer.
But not,
Or we can
but not,
avoid him.
but,
Yeah,
but
so we can
not
avoid.
saying, but not saying his name.
Yeah.
I don't go on top much. They don't like my kind up here. I just stay down here and sort the stuff.
Okay, I was just making sure because I heard he's been onto this area a little bit more, and he's really been on our tails.
What is he? Is he?
Yeah, he wasn't in his guard post like he was supposed to, so he's doing something sketchy.
You got insight, don't you?
Huh?
You got insight. Honey.
Not much.
I have
Okay.
insight.
You can see he's a little bit nervous hearing that. He's like,
Would you like to buy anything else?
No, but we would like to make our way out. So if you could like clear the way.
Okay.
he looks out and he's like,
You lot, let him through.
and I'll kind of slide away. He's like,
Go up there. There is
go up there. There is a ladder that will take you all the way up there.
All right. Also, remember, if you see him, did not see us.
No. You didn't see us either. I don't know you. I really don't know you.
I don't know you either. Glad we're on the same page.
All right. Okay, so all y'all just go straight to the back.
Are we just ready to
No.
leave?
Well, I want to go there so we can thoroughly scout out the area to for this, since this is an exit, so we can see where it comes out of, and then potentially, since we all have our exit, if everyone wants to, we could look around now that we have a way out.
You know, just throwing the idea out, seeing as how this is how they brought the card in the event of a raid on said place here, where they would take said cart of valuable objects out.
Point taken. But we also need to know what guards can we trust. And like we're walking away, and I'm whispering, but we need to know what guards we can trust. We don't want to say this, and then next thing you know, we have a whole underbelly coming after us.
Mhm. Oh, actually, I would like to ask our goblin friend.
Okay, so you go back and talk to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
Sorry.
wait, I don't know you. What do you want?
Oh, sorry to bother you. We're still having confusion around town of which guards we can trust, if you know what I mean.
I don't do the talking to the guard. That's Crane's thing.
Okay, so is it just Crane?
Everyone has their own contacts. I just have Crane.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, thank you. I guess we'll ask him then.
Okay.
This will still be open for us, right?
No. I said you can use it. I didn't say you can continuously use it.
No. I'm talking about, like, on our way out from here today.
Are you not leaving? Wait.
Well, until we just came up with this realization that we don't know who to trust anymore.
Fine. Just
Well, we'll be quick.
okay, whatever.
As
I'm
I
gonna
look,
stay at the ladder.
as I just like look at everyone's like, all right, are we leaving or are we going? Which way are we going?
Well, if we leave, we won't. If we leave, we do have a way of getting back down here potentially, but we also, I don't think we'll do well if we stay down here. So I think we should leave. They already know what we look like. They know who to look for, and they know that we're down here. As far as I'm concerned, it's only a matter of time before they circle in on us.
You're discussing this. Luna's already kind of heading in that direction.
Magical!
In like the ladder direction or the other direction?
Getting the heck out of here direction.
Okay.
All right, so it looks like the vote's getting out of here.
Okay.
Then yeah.
As Luna and Maddie all head to the back, you find this giant wooden platform on the bottom, and you see all these pulleys leading up to an area above you. But in the very back, you do find a ladder that you seem to be able to climb up. You estimate through these pulleys, they lower the carts down.
Okay.
So I go over past him.
What?
So I was like, as like everyone leaves, like go past the goblin again. It's like, all right, see ya, stranger.
Wait, what? Ah.
Yeah, what were you saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, Luna, you get to the top of the ladder, and you find a trapdoor there that you push open. And and currently you are in the middle of a lobby. It's kind of quiet for a second, then someone kind of looks, someone looks down at you from over a counter and is like, "Can I help you?"
Do you recognize the person at all?
No, you do not.
Neat. I hear anything else besides this dude, or is it just the dude just staring at me? I'm not staring at him.
Yeah, just dude staring down. He was like, "Tell that goblin I don't like new faces coming through the hole without warning."
Only time, I
He's
promise. Well, except for like the 4 other people that'll be following me. But yeah, other than us, it's fine.
Just get out of here. Don't
Get out.
try not to have sketchy people coming through here.
Sure.
He just sits down, and all of you come out and slowly make your way out of this place. And you find yourself in a cart repair place in town.
Oh wow.
Well, that's
Okay.
handy
So-
for him if his cart breaks down.
So wait.
So
Once we're out in the street, I'll actually pull out the map that we got from of the town, and I'll actually mark both of the locations on the map of where we know the entrances to the black market are. Well, at least 2 of them.
Okay. And so, are you guys going to try and find Dreadslayer?
Yes.
All right, I'll say that's a good place to end for tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one other thing I just wanted to say is, like, as we're going off to do that, like, Marcus is just like sulking to himself, like, and muttering, "I've never been that close to workable mithril before." It's like, they don't let you use that at the academy.
Are we
was
gonna
fair.
split our
Level
rags?
classes.
I mean, we can take them off.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
just yet.
We have to get to another place like that we can just
Yeah.
take them off.
Yeah. Well, I look at you and I was like, yeah. And I was next to a bunch of cold steel.
Oh yeah.
I know. Cold steel and mithril. And whatever those things and the weapons in that ring was in the cage.
I feel like this town, like Undercity, is the main city.
Yep. Simple
Yeah.
farm town. Simple farm town. Nothing.
And that's where we're going to end it there?
Yeah, I think that's a good ending point. It's been a while.
Yeah. Well, thank you all so much for watching. We're actually going to raid somebody real quick, so hang tight. If you will, also follow us on our social. And as well as on Tuesday nights, we also stream Deep Speech, which is our D&D talk show, where we have various guests and talk about various D&D topics. As well as join us next week at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for the next episode of The Torn Veil. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you all next time.
Bye.
All right, bye.
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 Bye.